Hello, hello. Oh, I can't hear anything. It's working, but I can't hear it. I think it's messed up. Not really. I think I'm just having an audio source issue. But hello, everybody. Let me switch scenes so that way I'm not talking to just a dead screen. Hello, how are you all doing? I hope everybody is doing really well and having a really good day. Give me a sec here. I'm just trying to... Hello? Still not working in my ears. Weird. I can hear the music now, but I can't hear my voice. Why can't I hear my voice? Hello, Go XLR. Show me my voice, please. Please. Oh, wait, is it? No, it should be. Why can't I hear it? Oh, here. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Let me just save it because it got all messed up. All right, we're good. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Nikki, nice to see you. Wewin, hello. How are you? Michael Jackson, nice to see you as well. Welcome to everybody. I am a little bit running behind, but that's okay. My chair sank. Oh, I don't know where I put the receipt to it. I bought this chair and I got protection because the stupid piston always breaks on these things, and I don't know where I put the receipt because I need to fix it. I feel like it looks blurry. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Oh, but hello everybody. I hope you're all doing really well and having a good day. I'm gonna be having some toast while we chat for the first little bit, and then we're gonna get started. Wewin, I'm so glad you are able to hang out. Hopefully you're able to get some rest. Hopefully you're able to get some rest and just like chill out a little bit. We're gonna continue with Dead Space. Obviously it hasn't been too scary lately. Sorry, I'm just looking for my stream here, because TikTok still doesn't allow me to click on my own stream. I have to like message it to myself every time. But yeah, come on, share it. There we go. There, I shared it with myself so I can watch myself again. Anyways, we're gonna continue with some Dead Space. I am really tired. Really tired. Sundays are really messing me up. No, it's not a gaming chair, Michael Jackson. Sundays are really messing me up because I rehearse all day, but because they start early and I work night shift, I don't sleep all night on Saturday. And so I'm up for like 30 plus hours. And then by the time I get home, I'm overly tired. And so I can't sleep well. And then Monday, like this morning, I had to be up to go to work. And so I was up at 4 in the morning. So I think in the last 3 days, I've gotten maybe a total of 8 hours of sleep. And so right now, I'm just like, I could literally go to bed right now. I could fall asleep right now. But if I slept any later, I wouldn't be starting the stream till later. And I was supposed to have a FaceTime date with Nora, and that didn't happen. And so I'm supposed to be having it today. I talked to her mom and around 7 today. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough time to stream and then get off the stream, eat something, and then hang out with Nora. So I'm exhausted. Just the way it looks, Michael Jackson. Just the way it looks. Wewin, I hope that you're going to get plenty of rest. I hope you're going to get plenty of rest. You know, you're going to need it. You're going to need it. It's going to be a long few days. While I'm eating, I want to try to see if the Xbox will work with the keyboard and mouse that I have pulled out. Ow, that hurt my ears. What is happening? Ow! What the heck? What the heck is that? Wow! Ouch! Ouch, I don't even know what that was. That was the website. That was Spotify. Y'all can blame Spotify for that, because that was the only thing making noise at that point. Nothing else is turned on. Wow, that really hurt. I don't even know what that was. I apologize, everybody. Yeah, Michael Jackson, it's people that don't know any better. Gaming chairs, 99% of them suck. There's one company that makes gaming chairs that I've heard are very comfortable, but no gaming chair is actually made to be comfortable long term. This is an office chair, and office chairs are meant to be comfortable. And this one's a cheap office chair, so it's not the most comfortable, but it's not bad. But I had a gaming chair for a while, and it wasn't a very expensive one, and it was horrible. It was the most uncomfortable chair I've ever used, ever. It was disgustingly bad. I hated it. It was not a good time. It was not a good time. Yeah, that hurt my ears. That was really loud. I don't even know what that was. I don't even know what that was. Jeez, man. Jeez. I forgot that the USB-C that I have is not going to work with this thing. Okay, this one should work. But yeah, Michael Jackson, office chairs, they're kind of like how a wheelchair is made when it comes to, like, they take the shape of your body into account. They're not just going to make a plain chair. They're going to make it so it's going to work with your body in the most comfortable position for hours. Now, there is some science coming through talking about how proper posture is not really the way that anybody sits, and so it's actually longer, like more uncomfortable long term. But like this one's made of mesh, and the reason it's made of mesh is so I don't sweat, so it's easier to sit here without getting too hot. It's got the lumbar support, so my back isn't like constantly like slouched down. It's got a neck support, but I don't really use that. But when I lay back, if I'm sitting here and I'm laying back, I can use it, which is really nice. It's also got the mesh base underneath, so it's able to kind of like sink in without ever having a bottom. Because the big thing with gaming chairs is it's foam on wood, and eventually after sitting there, the foam flattens and then you're just on wood. And so these are made to be able to be more comfortable for longer periods. They're usually more expensive, and they don't look as nice as gaming chairs, but I don't care how good it looks. I'm sitting on it. I don't really care how it looks. Shortcuts, hello, nice to see you. Okay, so this mouse is plugged in, but is it actually gonna do...
You'll find them in Soundtrap, the online music studio.
How do I enable the mouse and keyboard, or is this just not a compatible one?
Soundtrap, here at our studio.
It's not even for video games, it's for streaming and stuff, because nobody's gonna sit at a computer chair to play video games if they don't have to. Most people are gonna want to sit on a couch or lay in their bed or something. But I stream. I never ever sit in this chair except for streaming. I hate sitting in this chair. I hate sitting at this computer. By the way, can we celebrate that that old hag Dianne Feinstein died? Can we celebrate that that power-hungry hag is dead? Thank God. I mean, I'm Canadian, but I'm just so fed up of these old farts not letting go. Sorry, I just want to listen to this. Ozzy, how's it going? Welcome. Halo X2? I don't know what you mean. Okay. Maine, hello, nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Exactly. As long as you're feeling comfortable when you sit, that's exactly what matters. And I made the same mistake. I'm not saying like I'm better than everybody because I didn't make this mistake. No, I made this exact mistake. I was more worried about how cool it looked on camera rather than how comfortable I would be sitting in it. And so I got a stupid gaming chair and it was not worth it. It was not worth it. Oh man, this mouse doesn't seem to work. That's lame. I was really hopeful. Or maybe it doesn't work in the menu and only works in the game. Let's see. It's getting cold today, is it? I don't know what the weather is here today. I haven't paid attention. Dang. I was hopeful this mouse would work, but this mouse doesn't work. And I don't want to go onto the computer and unplug the other one to try to get that one to work. Oh well, no mouse and keyboard. I guess we'll continue with the bad controls. That's fine. They're not bad controls. They're just hard to do when playing. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Let me see what the weather is today. Is there a button I can press? I don't think there is. Oh wait, is it this one? Ha! I think that muted the game, right? I don't even friggin' know. I don't even friggin' know. I'm actually hungry this morning. Yeah, it's not cold here. It's not cold here. Now it's gonna get cold, or actually, no, it's not gonna get cold here until maybe Saturday. But it is, we're sitting between 78 and 85 for the rest of the week here. So not cold here at all. Also, if you guys have been at my stream for the last little while, you know I've been like fiddling with my sound things and trying to get my sound to work better. And my biggest complaint was that I had hissing in my ears. And then Night Owl, being the genius that he always is, suggested a ground noise loop isolator. And I don't know how it works, but basically it runs the sound through a little relay or whatever, and it cuts out the hissing. I finally got one. I finally remembered to get one. It was like $10 Canadian. And yeah, night and day. Night and day. It's insane how much quieter my headset is now. Not the sound, but the hissing. There's still a little tiny bit of hissing, but it's so little that I don't hear it at all times. Whereas before, I heard it all the time, unless the game was super loud. Right now, I've got the music running fairly quietly in my ears, and I don't hear any hiss. It's awesome. It's great. Turtsa, hello. 10 in Finland. See, it's supposed to be about 10 right now. Like October, we're supposed to be getting cold. When I was a kid, we used to have full snow on the sidewalk when we were can we like not? I can still hear the game. It used to have like full snow on the streets when we would go out for Halloween, and now, like, okay, you guys don't have the sound. I do. You guys don't. That's fine. And now we don't. Like, it's almost 30 degrees, and we're, you know, in October now, and it's almost 30 degrees. That's wild. That is wild. Yeah, no more hissing. You have no idea. It is so nice. There's still a little bit of hissing, but that's just going to happen. I'm also using a wireless headset, which could introduce a little bit of noise as well. I got hair sticking up everywhere. But the how little it is amazing. And as far as the headset goes, Ozzy, yeah, this is a very, very expensive, nice headset. Very, very expensive and nice headset. Yeah, we'll just pretend it's a snake. We'll just pretend it's a snake. But yeah, the weather is kind of weird. Like, it's really warm in Canada. I'm surprised how warm it is. I'm surprised how warm it is. I didn't expect that. I want to show you all because there's not a huge group of you here. So it's not like I'm spoiling anything. I'm going to be posting this on TikTok in a few days. It's not ready yet. Nowhere near ready. I showed Weewin already. But it's not even close to ready. Let me just find it. Give me a sec. Did that work? Okay, it worked. Almost there. Give me a second here. Oh, man. Oh, you can look at my pants. You don't. Okay. I guess I can show it this way. Okay, shut up, Spotify. Nobody wants to hear you. Nobody likes you, Spotify. When your mom said you were cool, she was lying, Spotify. She was lying. Okay, let me just go to my camera. That way it goes to both. I'm so sleepy, I can't concentrate. I can't concentrate. Is this the one? This is the one. I have started work on this, and I am very, very excited. It's going to take a minute to be done. It's going to take a few days, but look what I'm working on, folks. Look what I'm working on. Let's get it out of my face so you guys can at least see my face, kind of. TikTok, you're going to have a bit of an issue seeing it, but check this out. Check what I'm working on. Hello, everybody. This is Retro Rift, and we are doing our very first Minecraft video ever, and I decided to not go basic. I'm actually going to be doing a one-chunk world, where what's going to happen is this world, which, oh, you can look at my pants, you don't want to do that. This world where we are stuck and can't exit is only one chunk big, but every episode I will expand the world, and we will have access to a little bit more. The big problem being right now, we don't have water. We got nothing to drink. There's no food. We got nothing to eat. But there's a tree. There's a single tree. Let's see what happens. All right, let's go. So, I've started. We've got all the footage already. Or I've got all the footage already. And I need to edit it still. Now, there was an issue, which kind of sucks, because the capture card for some reason was freaking out, and I didn't notice it until the very end of the recording. It was like an hour and a half long footage that I got. And I didn't notice that it was freaking out until the very end of the footage, but it only freaked out for like 15-20 seconds, and then it stopped, and then it freaked out again. So I don't know how often in the video it's freaking out. The whole footage that I captured may be complete trash. I'm hoping it's not. So I'm going to try to edit it over the next few days and get it up. But I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited. I have a personal vendetta against Spotify. I think the service sucks. I don't listen to music, but that's not even why I think it sucks. It's just they make you sign up for a whole account to use it, and then the amount of ads that come through, and then trying to get the service to actually do what you want is a complete nightmare, because it'll just randomly throw songs in that you don't expect it to throw in, and I just don't like it. I just don't like the service. And then we just heard right now the audio crashing for some reason, which is stupid. Schmeg, hello. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing a one chunk per episode level. So basically I've got my world, it's one chunk big, and then I'm going to add another chunk to it every episode until we eventually, you know, beat the Ender Dragon and stuff. It's going to be very, very hard, because eventually I will get to the point where I need to go find the Ender Dragon, but the map just isn't big enough to get to it, like to get to the end portal. So that's where it's going to get a little bit weird. I don't know. I might end up having to grow it by like geometrically instead of like by a chunk. Because right now my plan is to just add 16 more blocks. Because right now it's 16 by 16. And so for the next one, I'm going to do 32 by 32. Then the next one, I'm going to do, what would it be, 48 by 48 instead of doing like 64. So that way it's always 16 blocks that it grows by. So it won't really be 2 chunks. I'm just going to add a chunk to the size it already has. So it's going to make it bigger than a chunk. But eventually we are going to get to a spot where we need to find the end portal, and it could be way far away from where I am, and I'm going to need to like grow it big time. So we'll see how that goes. The first episode, I think, has been interesting. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. And so I'm really looking forward to editing it and getting it up and going, and then seeing where it goes from there. You know, it was really fun. It was really fun. It turns out it's amazing. That's amazing. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working on right now, and I'm really excited about it. I was gonna mute it, but I forgot I moved everything and I couldn't reach it. But I'm very, very excited about that. I think it's gonna be fun. And the nice thing is I like Minecraft a lot, so even if the videos don't do well, I know I'm gonna enjoy it. I know I'm gonna have fun. Obviously the music I added is not gonna be the music that I'm gonna write my own little like background tune to put on it, so that way there's certain footage that'll have that music instead of just plain Minecraft music. I think the biggest problem I ran into for this first episode was I was trying to do a time lapse for some resource gathering, and the way I was gonna do it was log into a second account and then turn it into like a spectator mode. That's the word. I've been trying to think of that word for a freaking day and a half. Oh, finally. See, y'all got my brains working in certain ways. Spectator mode. There we go. Okay. So I was going to become spectator mode on a second account, and then I was just going to kind of set it up and then record myself doing the time lapse. But it wouldn't let me log in. It kept telling me that it was just timing out, so I couldn't get into the second account. So last night while I was getting ready to go to bed, or this morning when I was getting ready to go to bed, I was looking up to see what other users do. And I found that there's one user suggested using an app or a program that'll let you log in a second account, and it's just instantly a camera account so I can record time lapses. So I'm going to try that for the second episode. This first episode, no time lapse. Mind you, everything went really well, and I got a lot of progress done in a really short amount of time. I thought it was going to be like a 4 or 5 hour recording session. I was going to split it up over the next couple of days, and I achieved all my goals in about an hour and a half. So I've got plenty of footage, and I'll be able to do quite a bit with it, but I wanted to add a time lapse for resource gathering. Thankfully, I didn't need to, but this next episode, I'll probably need to gather some resources, because the plan that I have for the second episode is going to need a lot of resources. So yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's not even a mod. You just push F5 and it does that shortcuts. So I can do that, but I need the camera to literally just be in place, and then I can continue playing and the camera just stays in place. And so a lot of people will have a second account and they'll put it in spectator mode, and then they capture the second account instead of the main account, and then they play on their main account, and the capture is being done with the other account. This app apparently logs you in as a spectator with the same account, but it like allows Minecraft to let you in or something. I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah, that's but you need another account, because if I mod the game, how do I play? Right? I need to be on a second account. So that's the whole thing, is I can't get into the second account. Have you ever thought of making my own podcast? No, I think my stream is close enough to a podcast, but I don't like planning. That's why I'm doing this whole Minecraft thing, because I don't like planning, and podcasts, to be good, need to be planned. Every guy and his buddy run a podcast, and like 90% of them fail. And the reason they fail is because they literally think they are so interesting that they could just talk into a microphone and people are going to like them because they think they're interesting. And part of it is just guys think that way, and we're idiots for thinking that way. But another part is just ego in general. We're not that interesting. And so if I want to make a podcast that would be interesting, I would need to come up with plans of like what I'm going to talk about, who I'm going to invite, what kind of questions, and what we're going to address. I don't want to do all that work. I really don't. It's way too much work for something that I don't even find interesting. I don't like podcasts, so I wouldn't want to be running one. Like, I don't watch streams, but I like streams. I don't like podcasts, so There's nothing about them that even remotely interests me. You think there is an instant reply? Instant reply to what, Ozzy? Oh. I did my garbage, and I left the garbage can out there. Oh, an instant replay mod. Okay. There might be, but the thing is, it wouldn't really be an instant replay that I'd be doing. It's, like, it would be me grinding for 2 or 3 hours of like building something or digging a big hole or something. So I don't know if an instant replay would be able to replay 3 hours worth. Do you know what I mean? But when I looked online, the stuff I saw pointed out this app to let you log in to your account a second time. So we'll see. It doesn't seem to be as intuitive. I'm using Java, so that's the reason I don't know what I'm doing. It's not as intuitive as Bedrock is. Bedrock, at least I can just log into another account, so like I could turn on my tablet and do the mining on my tablet and just use my main PC to record. But Java doesn't work that way. And when I tried to log in on my second PC, like I was using my stream PC to capture and my game PC to play, but when I was going to do the time lapse, I was going to log in on both PCs and then just set one up. Even if I couldn't do spectator mode, I was literally just going to like move back and stand there and just watch. But I couldn't even do that. Like it just wouldn't let me log in and just kept saying timed out, which is really weird because it was on my local network. And as soon as I enabled multiplayer, it showed up. Like it was instant. It just wouldn't let me log in. So I don't know why. But yeah, as far as podcasts go, yeah, I have zero interest. I find most of them really boring. I think they are the equivalent to prank channels when it comes to creative garbage, because most podcasts, not all of them, there's some really good ones out there that are actually putting in effort, you know, that are telling stories or like, but there's the one guy that does a podcast where he talks about like people's financial issues and giving them advice and stuff. Those are actually worth watching because there's effort being put into them. But like the scumbag podcasts are those ones where like all they do is read Reddit posts. That's all they do. Like that can be a part of a podcast, but if that's what your whole podcast is and you're not even adding to it, like it's different if you like read a Reddit post where they say something and then you talk about that topic. But when it's literally, am I the asshole because my girlfriend farted in bed and I kicked her out? Yes, you are. Thanks for watching my podcast, everybody. Like that's, what did you add to it? What did you do? You didn't do anything. You literally gave your opinion on something and nothing else. Or the worst ones are the ones that just read somebody else's story and that's all they do. It's scumbag material. And like H3's podcast falls kind of down that path as well. Not exactly, but pretty deep down that path of just like lazy podcasting. But there's a lot of money in it, so people do it. But I'm not a huge fan of podcasts. I think they're really boring. There's a few that I listen to, but they're like real life crime style podcasts, like the Casual Criminalist, what's his name, That Chapter. Those ones I listen to because they cover what happened in like real life crime, right? I'll also listen to Mr. Ballin, who covers life crime and then also does like scary stories or like disappearances, and it's just like him retelling a story of what happened, which is interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of podcasts that are literally two dude bros just talking on a couch, something that nobody else finds interesting because nobody finds them interesting because like their deepest insight is like, bro, do you know like if you spell evil backwards, it spells live? Bro, I just had that thought last week, man. Yo, that's so deep. Like, no, it's not, man. No, it's not. It's really not that deep. You think it is, but it's not. And if you think it's that deep, you're a pretty shallow dude. I hate it. See, I don't mind if the gaming topic is being discussed by somebody who has a reason to discuss it. Do you know what I mean? Like every gaming podcast I've heard that's not run by like a big like news organization or like a dev or somebody that's like in the field deeply, is usually somebody who wishes they were a streamer just talking about their opinions about a game. And again, I don't care what your opinion is. I don't know who you are. And then a lot of them devolve into man babies crying about their favorite console and the console they hate. There was a whole video about a guy mocking how immature PlayStation fanboys are. And then he went and spent 20 minutes of his video. I didn't even watch it. I just scrubbed through it. And every time I stopped, it was him bitching. He spent 20 minutes talking about how much more superior Xbox is to PlayStation. And it was like the dumbest arguments. Like one of his arguments was PlayStation hasn't released anything good this year and Xbox has released multiple games. But none of Xbox's games except for Starfield have actually been good. And PlayStation's released games on PS5 every year. You can't cherry pick one year with a bunch of bad games and one good game and try to say it's superior to a console that's released really good games almost every year since the console launched. Like, you're an idiot if you think that. There are obviously things to criticize, but let's not play the superiority card with something so stupid. And that's what a lot of podcasts about gaming devolve into. And I just don't care. I just don't. If it's like a news podcast where they're talking about like things that are happening in the gaming world news-wise, or they're doing more of a podcast about like breakdowns about games that have released, that's different. I would listen to that. There's one guy that I watch. I don't really watch his podcast often, but he runs a PlayStation VR channel. And his podcast is what they talked about that week with like the games that have released, the issues that have come up, the updates, and they'll just discuss what's happened and what they've experienced with it. And even that is kind of on the edge of like, it's a bunch of your opinion and I don't really care about your opinion. But it gets pretty close. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of podcasts because I don't care to hear what some Joe Schmo has to say about something. I would rather listen to an expert talk about it. And, you know, I'd like it in a more concise way than a 2-hour podcast to say something that could have taken you 5 minutes in a video. You know what I mean? Trying not to burp. Night Owl, how's it going, man? I just brought you up a few minutes ago. You only like Tony and James. Is that the two dumb guys? Is that the two dumb guys that always... I don't think it is. I put it up and a bunch of singers showed up on my screen. Oh, is that the healthy is it healthy eating? Is that the one we're talking about? I don't know. Nothing pops up, Weewin, when I look them up. So I have no idea who you're talking about. Yeah, we do have it. We do have that saying. My ears are burning. Yeah, I got the ground loop isolator and it made a huge difference. There's like barely the remnants of a hiss, but I don't even think it has anything to do with the actual connections. I think it's just hiss introduced. Whoa. I think it's just a hiss introduced by the amplification and the wireless signal. Just like on anything, if you plug in something to an amplified signal, there's gonna be an inherent slight hiss in the background. There's that, where like as soon as there's any noise, the hiss is invisible, you can't hear it. Whereas before, the hiss was continuously there unless I like, you know, upped the volume enough. Then once the volume reached a certain peak, I couldn't hear it anymore. Now the hiss is non-existent. It's wild. What a huge change. So thank you. Yeah, $10 and it like game changer. I'm not sitting here listening to the whole time as I'm talking. It's great. It's wonderful. So happy. That's probably been the biggest upgrade to my audio I've had in a very long time. In a very, very long time. Thank you, Michael Jackson. It's the system is new, so it's not doing exactly what I want yet. It's going to take a few days for it to really do what I want, because for those who don't know, your natural hair grows in a certain pattern, and so good hairstylists will cut it to help that pattern do what you want for your hairstyle. But hair systems, they don't have a natural pattern. They literally, like this type of hair system, it's sewn in, so it's like a V shape that the hair takes, but it literally comes in and out in totally different angles, so it's really everywhere. It doesn't really have a good pattern, and so it takes a few days for the hair to kind of bend in the direction that you want and to stay in that direction. So right now what's happening is it's kind of bending, but we saw it earlier over here, the hair was kind of sticking up because it's trying to just go down rather than like be styled to the side, or this way, it's to the side. And so it's going to take a few days for that to happen. There's also the issue that this system is very, very thin. And because it's thin, my hairs are sticking to my forehead. Because it's very thin, there's no support for the hair. So the hair is flatter than I'm used to, which I like. I've never had flat hair. My hair's always been extra poofy, but it's taking a bit more work to get it to do what I want, but I think it's looking okay. I like it. I'm gonna have to go back to the short hair eventually. Oh, there's another update. Okay, we win. One for your speakers and one for your headphones. I don't have speakers hooked up to this system because I never use the PC until I'm streaming or recording. I don't use the PC for anything, so I don't have speakers here. And then in the other room for my Mac Mini, I've got the speakers on that, but they're usually pretty quiet, so I don't hear the hiss on there either, so I don't really need those since it was the headphones that were driving me nuts. It was the headphones that were killing me. Another piece of update that y'all are going to see real soon, and it's going to be very... I know I'm going to get comments on it, and I'm going to hate that. It's going to be rough. I'm doing... Hello, Dr. H. How's it going? I'm doing a musical, as I've said multiple times. And it's based on in the 70s. I didn't realize it was based in the 70s. I thought it was based in like the 90s, but it's based in the 70s. And the director has asked me to have shorter hair for that. So I'm going to use one of my old systems to have shorter hair because she wants it like combed over like they would have in the 70s. So she wants that. But she's also asking me to grow as close to a porn star mustache as I can. So that's why I'm like all scruffy. So I'm going to be growing this. And now I don't grow much here. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try shaving down here and just leave this. And then I'm going to give myself those big old 70s sideburns. So you're going to see me start to look like a creepy dude. Like, you know, the ones, what was it that he says in that movie? All right. I like high school girls, but what I like about them is I keep getting older and they still stay the same age. All right. Like that's what I'm going to look like in a few weeks. I told her I'm not going to change the hair until we start dress rehearsals, which don't start for another 3.5 weeks. But at 3.5 weeks, I got to swap this out and put the shorter hair on and then do the comb over and then have like the mustache and sideburns. And it's going to be, it's going to be nuts. Use it for a new TikTok character. I totally should. But yeah, so I'm gonna be very, very creepy looking. It's gonna be awesome. Especially, you know, as an older dude doing video game content, I could just it's so not gonna look good. But yeah, so that there's a heads up because I got to do this thing. I'm gonna try my best to not do it until right when I have to. But yeah, that's pretty much all the updates. As far as the hair is concerned, this new hair system is insane. Always the first couple of days I get hair that sticks because a little bit of glue kind of comes through. But I gotta like sit with like tweezers and pull the hairs out so they don't drop lines. But like, it's wild. It's almost invisible and you can like see my scalp where the hair actually starts to grow in instead of it just being a sudden solid line. It's really like that's actually this scalp here, that's actually part of the system. That's not like, it's not like the system's back here and I've just kind of combed it forward. That's part of the system. It's a very realistic system. The biggest mind-blowing part for this system, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing one. Like when I touch my head, it's right on my scalp. It doesn't feel like the other systems where I would touch my head and there felt like there was a small barrier there and it felt just a little bit almost thicker. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like it's right on my scalp. It's wild how good it feels. I love it. So funny enough, from what I looked on the site, this is their cheapest one. The one I was using before, this last one that I just had, was the most expensive one of the most expensive ones. That one was like 550 plus tax Canadian. This one, when I looked up, I don't know if it was Canadian, it may have been American, but this one, when I looked it up, it was 250. Now I'm guessing the reason it's so cheap is the thin skin is like ridiculously thin, so there's a very good chance I'm gonna rip it. So because it is just so thin, but it's practically invisible. Like, you can see a little bit of the line here. Now this is some hair, but you can kind of see a little bit of the line here, but it's almost invisible. It's wild. It is a ridiculously good hair system. So I'm really glad it's one of the cheaper ones, because this has been my favorite one so far. I'm gonna see how I feel by the end of the week, because one of the reasons the other one is so expensive is it's handmade. Like, they actually tie every single hair by hand. This one's done with a machine that sews it in. But the other one is breathable, which is what I like about them, because I sweat a lot at work. Because it's lace, the lace is a mesh and it allows your sweat to evaporate, which helps with smell, but it also helps with just like the heat you feel. And this one being thin skin, it's like having plastic on my head, so it doesn't breathe as easily. It breathes a bit, but not much. So I'm anxious to see how well I can handle the heat, like if it's going to be really bad. Because it's so thin, I'm hoping it won't be so bad. But it is far more cost effective than the other one is. I really like this one. I really like this one.
Try the Luna sound pack, filled with loops and sound.
Yeah, Lord Hair did a great job. I really love this system. I think for whatever I do next, whether I still have a couple more months, so I'm probably gonna get one more from Lord Hair. I might do another one and then do short hair this time. Go back to my stylist one more time, get them to cut it the way I want, and then we'll see what Lord Hair thinks. So far, thanks to me, I know they've sold probably about like 7 hair systems, which I think that's pretty good. At least from what I can see of people using my code. Some people may not have used my code and just went in. I know my brother couldn't use my code, so there may be more that bought using my videos, so I don't know. But definitely, I'm loving this system. Definitely loving this system. I think it's been pretty great. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Outside of my 1970s porn stash that's going to be showing up soon, and being very tired today, and working on my first Minecraft video, there's nothing else. That Minecraft video, I hope people enjoy it. I will be making a sizzle reel on TikTok and YouTube and stuff, where I'm going to show like a couple of little clips from it. I'm going to show the intro and a couple of clips, and then just kind of tell people, because it's a whole new channel that I'm starting. Over the next couple of days, I want to work on the channel art and stuff, so that way it starts off on the right foot. But I am starting a whole new channel for it, and then I'll kind of let people know that it exists, and then anybody who wants to watch can go over there, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do, Night Owl, well, I hadn't thought of that, actually. No, I hadn't thought of that. My original plan was to do like, hey, guess what I've been doing, and then kind of show it. But I like that idea. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll do one that's just like the, hey, this is what I'm doing on the side. Here's a new side project. But then I can also do like, here's a fun fact about Minecraft, and then talk about something about Minecraft, and then be like, by the way, if you like this Minecraft stuff, I've got this other channel, and then kind of show a little bit of that. That's true. I could do that. Yeah. Any names right now? I'm kind of just sticking to retro RFTFT. I've just been referring to myself as Retro Rift. I don't know. There's no name that I really like, so I'm just going with Retro Rift. And then the channel, I think I have it as Retro FTFT, I think is what I put, or something like that. I can't remember. I actually don't remember what it is. It's tied to my account, but I don't remember what it is. Can I see it actually? Oh, I'm so tired. So I put Retro Rift FT. So I did Retro Rift FT. Kind of really going loosey-goosey with the Retro FT. And then I could refer to myself as Retro Rift, make it a little bit, at least a little bit more unique sounding than just retro. Yeah, and that's kind of why I went with it, because I was like, everybody calls me retro already, so at least that kind of sticks with it. But then Retro Rift makes it sound a little bit more unique than just retro. And if people ask, well, RFTFT is my logo. Actually, I can show you all. Look. Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh no, I showed you it already in the video, but I guess I could show. I closed it, but. Oh man, where's the? I got super creative. I got super creative. Yeah, I got super creative because I even I put my little logo on him and everything. It's got my little logo, and if you look, I even did the hair thing. You know how my hair swoops to one side? I did it there so it's swooping to one side. And then in the back, I made it so he's wearing a hoodie because I usually wear hoodies in my videos when I'm like retro or whatever. But yeah, I made my own little custom little avatar in order for it to kind of look like me. You know, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it, you know? I think it looks like me. And then I've got my little logo in the front, so it kind of ties back to my regular channel so people can kind of know what I'm talking about. You know, that one right there for those who are on Twitch and YouTube. And going with Retro Rift to kind of tie it in. So I feel like you thought it looked like a Zelda logo? I don't see Zelda. It does kind of look like a key. It does kind of look like a key. I do see that. It was the closest I could get to making it look like the R, you know? Do the handlebar stash? Ian, how's it going, man? Yeah, I don't grow anything here. I'm gonna try. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm basically gonna shave this and then all the middle and all the sides. I'm gonna do like the 70s sideburn. But this is always really patchy, so I don't know how well it's gonna be. But I'm gonna try. We'll see. If not, I can still grow a pretty decent mustache, so at least I can do that, but it won't be like a 70s mustache. So I'm gonna try my best to do that, but we'll see. You've got way better facial hair than I do, so you'll be able to do a much better job than I will. We gotta be as creepy as we can. But yeah, I think it's a good enough looking avatar. I think it looks close enough to me. It's Minecraft. It's not gonna look exactly like me, but I think it gives a good enough idea of me. And it's custom, so I know that it's not like a generic looking dude. I mean, he's generic looking, but it's not, you know, just Steve. Or you look, originally I had Link as my character, but it was just because I downloaded it way back and it just kind of stayed tied to my account. So now I made a custom one. So I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited, you know. You sent me a photo. Oh, okay. I felt my phone going, my watch going off, but people have been talking on, oh my God. And with the glasses, we got Jeffrey Dahmer in the house. Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. Guys, Ian is my co-star. We swap out, as this creepy character. Oh, that's so funny. Yes, Sarah. What was happening was the music was playing and it was tied to like the system sound and it was playing to all of you, but not to me. And because of the headphones that I use, for some reason, when the PC resets, the headphones can't play both channels at the same time. So it was playing my voice through the channels on the headphones, but it wasn't actually playing the PC sounds. So I can't hear when it's running through. So I had to reset it, but I reset it. We should be good. As soon as it stops, I'll stop for sure. Oh, good. We win good. Yeah, I'll have mustache for Movember. Absolutely. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. And then we're gonna go with the shorter hair, the comb over. It's gonna be, oh man, I'm gonna look so creepy. I'm gonna look so gross. But yeah, I'm excited for the Minecraft thing. I think the Minecraft thing is gonna be good. Like I said, I like Minecraft, and if nobody watches, I don't really care. It's just a side project I want to do, and I had a lot of fun with my first episode, like a lot of fun. The only reason I stopped is because it was getting later into the night, and my neighbors that just moved in upstairs, I think their bathroom is directly above me here, but the upstairs layout is really weird because if I remember, I haven't been up there in over a year, and I was only in the main living room because I was talking to the landlord when the people moved out upstairs. And before that, when I first looked at the apartment, we went and looked upstairs. But if I remember correctly, it's like the main living area leads to a tiny hallway that has the kitchen. But then there are 2 bedrooms. I think one is tied to the front living room, and then the 2 are in the back of the apartment. But the 1 bedroom is tied to the bathroom, so you have to actually walk through that bedroom to go into the bathroom. And like the washing machine is in the bathroom, but the dryer's in that bedroom. I can hear them when they go pee, so I'm positive the toilet is right there. But the bedroom, I don't know if they're using the bedroom that's tied to the bathroom, or if they're using the bedroom that's like a little bit over on the opposite side of this area of the house. So I cut the video, like I stopped recording because I was slowly talking quieter because I was afraid I was going to wake them up. But then this makes for a kind of boring energy for a video. Like I want to be able to talk like I'm talking now, and I don't want to be a jerk and wake them up at 2 a.m. as I'm recording. So last night I meant to start earlier, but then I couldn't figure out how to, I was having an issue with the audio for some reason. I couldn't get the audio to work for the capture card. So I finally figured that all out. But then I needed to set up the level, and I couldn't figure out how to do the world border, and that took a long time for me to get it to work because for some reason it wasn't working at first. Then I was trying to do the time-lapse camera. So it was a lot of wasted time. So I didn't start recording till 11. And so it was about midnight, and I was like, I don't want to be a jerk and keep recording and potentially like scream if something kills me. So I was just going to end it here, but I was having a lot of fun. So my plan is to record on the days that I'm not doing a stream, because I get up before rehearsals and I have a couple of hours to kill, so I can record at that time. So yeah, even if nobody watches, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I think it's given me a lot of focus and a new interest in Minecraft. And so it's going to be pretty good. I'm really excited. And then if I can get, like I'm working on a few people coming in actually being a part of some of my Minecraft videos. One of them is even talking about they potentially might do some Minecraft stuff. So we might be able to do like collab stuff on a regular basis. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's very addictive, Ian. It's very addictive. So I've been doing this streaming thing for like 7 years, and I was never interested in Minecraft. I like games that tell me what to do, and Minecraft is here, do what you want, right? It's like Legos for gaming. And so I was like, I don't want to do that because I'll get bored. If I don't have anything to do, then why am I going to play it? And then my ex, her daughter, my stepdaughter, had her birthday, and she had been going on and on about Minecraft. She was turning 8, I think. Or was it 7? It might have been 7. It might have been 7. And she had been going on and on about Minecraft, and all the kids liked Minecraft, and she was really interested in Minecraft, but she'd never played it. So we got her a Nintendo Switch with Minecraft for her birthday, and she played a little bit, but you could tell she wanted to play with friends. But her mom didn't want her going online. I felt kind of uncomfortable with her going online just because this is the realm I'm in, and I see the creeps that are out there, so it makes me a bit paranoid. And so I decided I would learn to play Minecraft. So I bought Minecraft for myself, and I would force myself to play for an hour so I could learn the basics, and then that would give me something to do with her, and it would give her somebody to play with. And then I played for an hour, and then I found out you could play it in VR, so I started playing it in VR, and then the next thing I knew, I had put in like 20 plus hours into Minecraft without ever having played with her. And then eventually her and I played together. But like, I became insanely addicted. I don't know how many hours I've put into Minecraft, like easily over 100 at this point, because like I own it on my tablet and I have it installed on my computer. And on my computer, I almost always play in VR. On my tablet, whenever I'm just kind of sitting around doing nothing. And so now I'm doing this whole new challenge where basically I've set a border so I can't leave a really small section of the map, and I have to just be creative and figure out how to survive with access to nothing. And then each episode I'm going to make the border bigger so I have access to more things until eventually I beat the game. But it's a very good game to kind of just shut your brain off and just do stuff. And that's what I ended up liking. Like, I would spend a night playing for 4 hours just farming. Then the next night I would spend 4 hours just building a machine. And the next night I would spend 4 hours just wandering around in a dark cave. It was very nice to just shut my brain off and do stuff. And especially when I got into it, my relationship had been deteriorating. So I was just feeling very overwhelmed, and it was a really great way for me to just kind of shut the world off and do my own thing. And now I have a lot of time to burn. So it's wonderful that I have a goal for this game so I can play it for hours on end and give myself something to do because I live by myself and I work night shift by myself. I work with my brother, but we don't really interact while we're working. I don't talk to anybody all day, right? Like for the last 3 months, rehearsals have been the first time that I've hung out with anybody. And so there would be nights where I would go days without talking at all because I didn't see anybody. So this gives me something to do instead of just sitting in silence all evening. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited. You need a bigger apartment and your own gaming room. That would be nice, Nikki. That would be nice. And exactly, Night Owl. It's a really good way for me to make long form content without as much work, because I like the deep dives that I was doing into video games and like the history and the development and stuff. And I have a couple of games I want to look into, but I was doing, 15, 20 hours of research to get everything done and writing the script and filming it. And then like 4 or 5 hours of editing to get it to all do exactly what I want. And then I'd post and 20 views. And it's just like, that's a lot of work for no views. Whereas with Minecraft, if I film for 3 to 4 hours, I'm enjoying just playing the game. And I'm just like speaking my thoughts, which come out as funny things when things happen. And then maybe do like an hour of editing to cut it down because I don't have to do any color balancing. I don't have to do any like sound correction. It's all set and I just cut out the boring parts. And I could get a 10-minute video with like an hour of footage. So in total, maybe 3 hours of work. And then if it gets the same 20 views, it doesn't hurt as much. And who knows, it might pick up momentum. It might not, but I didn't put much effort into it. So it's not like it's going to hurt to not get momentum, Hello, Jack. How you doing? I'm doing really well. How are you doing? It's super effective for your ego. Oh man. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what's going to happen, especially if I can start working with other people. I'm so tired. I keep looking at myself in the camera. I'm like, man, those bags. I'm so tired. Especially if I can start working with other people, I think it's going to be really fun, goof it off and getting into shenanigans and stuff. I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm excited. I'm overall excited. And yeah, the first episode, I think it's going to take me a few days to kind of find my energy while we're recording, because it's weird enough talking to a camera the whole time. It's even weirder talking to nobody at all, because at least right now I know people are watching, so I can talk to people that are watching. And even when there's nobody around, I know people could pop in and see it, so it gives me incentive. But like while I was gaming last night and recording, there was nobody to talk to. So it was just like, it's kind of weird talking to nobody. Because I have to give myself permission to not talk because nobody's constantly watching. So I can have moments of silence until something happens. But I think I got a lot of really good stuff last night. As long as the capture card didn't screw up all the footage and only a few pieces. Because I was getting this weird like distortion in the video occasionally, so I'm hoping. I didn't notice till the very end when I was getting ready to give my like goodbye message. I noticed that it was distorting, and then it went off, and then it stopped again, and went off and stopped again. So I don't know if it distorted the whole time or if it was just near the end. I'm hoping it's not all the footage, but I'm excited. A bunch of like weird things happened. I got really lucky with my seed, and so I think I have potential for something interesting. I think I have potential for something interesting. Don't worry, Jack. You lurk away. Lurk away. What is a capture card? It is a card you put in your computer to capture the gameplay. It's like... Oh, you're not old enough for VCRs. It's... like on the back of your TV, how you can plug your HDMI in and your TV will show the signal? It's a card that lets your PC do that instead. Yeah, and that's a big thing is I get stuck in that TikTok mode where I want to edit real quick, like move. It was funny, a video popped up. Apparently Gen Z says millennials take forever to say something because they talk really slowly. But every comment I ever get about the speed of my videos is I talk too fast. So it's either a comment of like, whoa, bro, take a breath, you're talking so fast. Or it's... dude's so desperate to say everything that he talks like he's going 100 miles an hour. I've never gotten a comment that I talk too slowly. I've gotten a comment that I talk too much, but never that I talk too slowly, which is I never expected that. But yeah, I got to slow down my speech for longer form videos. I'll get the groove of it because it's a different type of energy too when you're recording, right? Because if I'm sitting for an hour, it's easy to fall into my stream level of energy, which is a much lower energy than you would have for a recording. So I have to like bump my energy up while recording, because if it's always this kind of energy, the video is going to be boring. I need to have kind of like a higher, more animated way of speaking, which I did okay for my first video. I don't think I did as badly as a lot of first-time Minecraft players I've seen out there, but I definitely need to bump it up a bit more. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't think that counts for us. I don't think that counts for us because I speak way too fast. Way too fast. No, it's not like an SD card. It's like a video card for a computer. It's a lot bigger, and in the back, it's for HDMI. So yeah, I found that really weird when they were saying that. I was like, what? We talk too slow? That's weird. But then, of course, the video I saw was responding to that, and it was a millennial talking about how the reason we talk so slowly, like my brain was ready to explode. I was like, dude, you are literally pointing out exactly what we do. Just admit it. We speak, like, you guys speak slowly. There's nothing, just admit it. Don't let your ego get in the way. Admit it. It was weird. It was weird. You talk slow, but you're always in overdrive in your head. You also speak multiple languages, so I'm sure that also can sometimes slow down your speech. No, I speak very quickly. I've always spoken quickly. I was doing an acting for the film course. Acting for film. I was doing a course called Acting for Film and Television. There we go. So yeah, I talk too fast and I never say the sentence properly. And they gave me a role of like what was supposed to be kind of a dumb jock, and I didn't do well in it. And the main criticism I got was that I spoke too fast, and speaking fast, unless you're a complete airhead, speaking fast tends to be associated with more intelligence. It doesn't mean you're more intelligent. It's just in a character, you think that a smart person would speak faster, and the dumber character speaks a little bit slower. But when I would go slow, I would sound like I was speaking in slow motion, not that I was actually processing slower. And so that was my biggest criticism that I got, was that I speak way too fast, and it's very clear that I think way too fast. So my reactions are way too quick for what is happening. I've worked really, really hard in my regular acting to just take a second to think about what's happening, because normally I will react instantly. And it's definitely a bad habit I've always had. I'm way too fast of a talker. Way too fast. Your capture card is quitting. See, mine wasn't quitting. It was just I wanted an upgrade. But now it did a weird glitch, but I don't know if it was the capture card or if it was just like the computers had loaded up weird and it was sending the signal weird, or maybe they were overheating. I don't know what it was. Because it wasn't even like regular glitching like I've normally seen. Because when I've seen hardware start to act out, it does really specific styles of glitching. But what this was doing was it had almost scan lines, but like a really thick, like I'm talking like a quarter of the screen, and it would like flicker up and down and slowly move through the screen. So it almost looked like I was filming a screen with a camera. And even if I disabled and enabled, it was still doing it. And then randomly it would just stop. And then the screen was perfectly clear. And then all of a sudden it would just appear again and start doing it. It was a really weird glitch. I don't know what it was. So I don't think my capture card's dying. But yeah, losing a capture card kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Yeah, Razor Ripsaw, man. Razor Ripsaw. It's only in, yeah, see, and my pass-through was perfectly fine too. It was just oh no, but I wasn't using pass-through. Never mind. I don't use pass-through with the PC. I just have it split out to two, like as if it's two monitors. So I think that's what happened, is I normally have it split to two monitors and I have the monitors set to extend, and then I use OBS to capture the second screen, or like to play the gameplay on the second screen, because I like to play at full resolution when I'm playing. But for the gameplay, I didn't do it that way because sometimes OBS reduces the frame rate for some reason when I'm playing on it, and it'll like send out at like 30 frames randomly, so it's very stuttery as it's recording. So I was like, you know what, I'll just duplicate the display so that way it's running at the full resolution. I don't need to use OBS and it'll be fine. But then that's when the glitching was happening. So I don't know if it was just Windows was messing up the signal and didn't know how to send out the second monitor, or if it was the capture card, or if it was the cable, or if it was the capture PC was glitching out. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But yeah, Razor Ripsaw, man. I still have mine. I don't know where I put it. I think it's in the other room. I still have mine, but the audio doesn't work on it. I only keep it because it's got the component cables in the back, so I can have like the higher quality visuals for the Wii. It's the only reason I keep it. But outside of that, it's trash. The HDMI part is dead. Hispanics speak fast. Not really, Michael Jackson. I saw this great video, actually. I'm about to start. I saw this great video, actually, talking about that a lot of people think Latino people speak quickly, but it's not that we speak quickly. I forgot to turn off the PC. There we go. It's not that we speak quickly. It's the way our languages are built. We use shortcuts for terms. We don't say the full word. And because we don't say the full word for a lot of words, we can say a lot more in a much shorter time, but we say it at the same speed that you would say it in English. We just say more words because we are lazy with the level of words we use. So like in Spanish, I use this example because I'm from El Salvador and I know we say this, but I can't think of terms other people would say. But like for El Salvador, one of the like a phrase in English is like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That kind of phrase. We use the same thing in El Salvador. And the full term would be de verdad que sí. Right? But in El Salvador, we say va que sí. So va que is taking the place of de verdad que. That is way more syllables. I still said the exact same thing, but va que sí, 3 syllables. De verdad que sí, that's 5 syllables. Sorry, my finger got stuck. 5 syllables, and we've cut it down to 3. And so when you do that for all the sentences, all of a sudden it sounds way faster, but you're not actually saying anything faster. You're just saying it at the same speed. You're just cutting off words left, right, and center and turning them into one big word. So that's why it sounds like we speak faster, but we actually don't. It's really interesting. I didn't know that until I learned it, and I only learned it a couple months ago. It's really interesting. Oh, hopefully it's just the HDMI cord. Hopefully it's just the HDMI cord. I've had that issue, and it kind of sucks. Right now, what I'm struggling with, and I'm really hopeful it's not the camera, but I have dummy batteries for my cameras, and I was setting up my camera to do the Lord hair stuff, and I couldn't get it to do anything without it shutting off. And it would like shut off and start up again, almost like it had lost power, like a power surge type thing. And anything I did. So I was trying to color balance, or like white balance. For those who don't know, white balance is like how yellow or how blue you look on screen, because the lights in the bathroom are a really weird yellow color. And so I was trying to white balance, but every time I would hit the button, it would click like it was trying to pick up the color, and then the camera would shut off and then turn on and reset the color balance. And so I couldn't get it to figure, like to set up. I switched the dummy batteries and it still did the same thing. And then out of the blue, it just started working again. So I'm really concerned that it's the camera is not pulling energy properly and it's dying. But I'm hopeful it's just the dummy battery that is like, both dummy batteries are giving me an issue, or maybe like the USB plug that I was using wasn't any good. I'm really hopeful. This camera hasn't done it plugged into the desk, but it was doing it when it was plugged into the power brick thing in the back. So I'm really hopeful it's not the camera. Really hopeful. I haven't, because they're all dead. I haven't charged my batteries. I keep forgetting. I have so many friggin' batteries. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have 5 batteries, just because I've gone through so many cameras. And one of them, like each one has come with a battery, and then I bought a spare battery when I first got my very first Sony camera. So I've got like 5 batteries. I got like a ridiculous amount of batteries. Convincing itself being turned off, man. It's so weird. That's so weird. Yeah, no, mine turns on, everything is fine. And then I started noticing it when I was trying to record or when I was streaming in 4K, that it would randomly shut off. But then now it's doing it like just, it'll turn on, everything's fine when I'm just sitting in like standby mode. But the second I press record, the second I press like capture the color balance with a gray card, the second I try to zoom in, it shuts off. It's like it can stand on standby, but the second it tries to do anything, it's too much power and it turns off. So I'm really hopeful it's not the camera. the camera's 2 years old, so it might be, but I'm really hopeful it's not. I'm really hopeful it's not, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Oh, man, I'm tired. Okay, let's pause this and get started. I've been meaning to start for a bit, but I was hoping I would wake up more, but no chance. No chance. Yeah, and like my D7 7000. I think it's a 7. Is it 7000 or yeah, 7000? I think my Nikon, my proper DSLR. That one I've had for over a decade, and it just sits in a closet. And I pull it out, and it works like the day I bought it, like no problem. So I'm really hopeful it's not the camera. I don't think I've ever even dropped this camera. I don't think I've ever even dropped it. So I'm hopeful it's not the camera, but we'll see. I'm gonna try buying another dummy battery, seeing if that corrects the issue, because both dummy batteries that I have, both of them are plugged into USB. I want to see if I can get one that plugs into the wall and see if that fixes it. Camera's old. You should really upgrade at some point. Oh man, it's so addicting. It's so addicting. I'm bad for that. I love upgrading hardware. For cameras, I love upgrading them. The only reason I haven't gotten rid of my Nikon, I mean, now it's not worth anything. Oh, you guys can't hear the gameplay. Why? Oh, I muted it. That's why. There we go. The only reason I haven't gotten rid of my Nikon is for some, and it's a much lower quality. Like it's only 16. I think it's 6 or. Is it 16 megapixels? I think it's 16 megapixels. These ones are 24. Like I can do a lot more cropping with them. But the last time I tried taking pictures with the ZV E10, none of my stuff could recognize the photos. And when I finally got an app on iPad to recognize it, they didn't show up. I couldn't see the little picture. It just showed me like the icon for the program. I couldn't actually see what the picture was. And sometimes when I'm doing pictures, I have like 100 pictures to go through. I didn't want to have to manually open every single one to find the ones that I liked. And so, you know, because sometimes I would want to try a bunch of different poses, and I might have 8 or 9 pictures of the same pose, and I want to pick one of those and then go to the next pose. But I have to open every single one to find when it switched over to the next pose. And when I did do it, I couldn't correct the colors properly. Like the one time all the pictures came out yellow and I could not fix it. When I would use the white balance, for some reason it would turn it like purple. It was doing a really weird thing. And so I don't like using the Sony cameras for my photos because I don't find them intuitive to get them to do what I want. Whereas my Nikon, that's where I learned photography. I find it very, very intuitive to use. It just is a bit rougher because it's older and it's super heavy. But yeah, that's the only reason I haven't gotten rid of my Nikon. But I don't do enough photography to make it worth buying another DSLR. I betrayed you. I never betrayed anybody, Sepcat. That's on you for not hanging out, because I've been talking about it since day one. It's been almost a year. Almost a year. Oh, I don't need that right now. Okay, so we're gonna have to... We're so gonna get attacked. Oh, I knew it! Where are you? Where are you? I can't stop because it's going to aim at me and hurt me or something. Oh, there you are. I saw you for a sec. There you are. Go, go, go. Boom. Whew. Only the real retro fans know. Because I never show the booty anymore. Apparently, from what like in the script it says it. I don't know how we're going to do it in the show, but apparently there's a scene in the show where I'm supposed to like be in my underwear and the one girl is acting like my character acts, being totally like perverted and stuff. And they asked me to show booty, so I'm going to be showing my booty on stage. Not my real booty, but like she's supposed to like smack my butt and be like, look at that booty or something like that. I can't remember what the word is. Because I wanted to, Sepcat. Why did you decide with the name Sepcat? Why did you decide to use YouTube? Why are you wearing the pants you're wearing right now or the shirt you're wearing right now? Okay, so I need to enable things. Retro with the snapbacks. But yeah, it's the exact same reasoning. I did it because I wanted to. Yeah, so that's your name in real life, but why would you use your name in real life and not a nickname? Right? It's a choice. Okay, so I guess what I have to do is slow it down and then use the magnet thing to push it in, I think. I think that's what it is. Exactly, Dr. H. Exactly. Boom.
Generator module attached.
I think I hear another one. Oh, I'm almost out of bullets. That's why I can't reload. There you are. Dude, stop. All right, enough bullets. Yeah. Completely understand, Dr. H. Completely understand. I mean, I don't know what it's like in your specific circumstance, because I'm not part of that community, so I can't speak on that. But I can at least understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? It's you can do whatever the hell you want as long as you're not doing anything to anybody else. Who cares, right? With all choices in life, not choices in that way, but I mean, like, with whatever you do with your life, as long as it doesn't bother anybody else, who cares? Like, I don't like zucchini. Can you imagine somebody being mad at me because I don't like zucchini? I didn't choose not to like zucchini, but I'm choosing not to eat it, and it has nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? I don't know how people can't look past that. It's kind of stupid. I like I said, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. But that is a very very delicate question. Because I've worked in healthcare and I know how positive what you just said can be. But I also know people are gross and they will take advantage of anything. Okay. So that's done, and now I have to, like, push the button, right? Because I got the ones that could be activated. Exactly, right? Exactly. Especially with that topic in particular, Dr. H, I think it's hilarious that nobody bats an eye when somebody puts on lipstick. I mean, you always get the ones that are like, you shouldn't wear lipstick, you look prettier without it. But like, nobody bats an eye if somebody wears lipstick, or if they decide to cut their hair a certain way, or if, you know, as a guy you use Rogaine, or as a woman you get boob jobs. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, but suddenly somebody does something that you don't see on a regular basis, and suddenly that's horrible. It's stupid. It's stupid. I just want to be a pretty lady, damn it. I don't want to be a pretty lady. Dudes suck. I don't want to deal with dudes hitting on me. I would never want to be a pretty lady. What was it that I heard? That's how I know it's not a choice, because who would choose to like dudes? Who would choose to want to get attention from dudes? No way, man. We suck. We suck. Periods suck more. You hated it so much you didn't even want to be one. Yeah, but now you're gonna have to deal with us hitting on you. You don't want that. You really don't want that. Because we suck. Okay, so that's all on. So there's got to be a spot where I can like push the button. Right? Because I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what. A transbian. Yeah, but that doesn't mean dudes aren't gonna hit on you. How many lesbians get hit on all the time? How many lesbians have dudes be like, just give me a chance and I'll change you? Because guys are stupid. No way, man. No way. That's how you know it's not something that you're doing just on a whim. Nobody would want to do that on a whim. I already can't stand how dudes are as a single dude, because obviously as soon as I start talking to a woman, they're instantly cautious because of how gross us dudes are. And I absolutely don't blame them, but it really sucks that I gotta deal with the crap that other dudes do. I'm so ready to fall asleep. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Oh, that's funny. It just keeps highlighting the whole room. Where's the button I'm supposed to press? Oh, good, Weebin. Good. That's such a long drive. That's such a long drive. I didn't expect him to get back to me so quickly. I'm trying. I don't know where the button is. There's the gravity button. Oh, there it is. Spatial blindness. It was right there and I just didn't see it because I don't see things easily. Here we go. It's red, big, and shiny. That's how you know. Oh, I hate this part because it's so dangerous. I forgot about this.
Refuge activated. Re-establishing balance with tectonic load.
Looks like the centrifuge is back online. All that's left is restarting the engines, right? Ready when you are.
Go, go, go. Oh god. Oh god, it's so close. Oh, we're gonna die. Oh, we're gonna die. Nope. We're dead. We're dead. Go, go. Why'd you stop running? Why'd you stop running? I'm dead. Holy crap, man. It was early my time. I want to say it was like around 6 in the morning. Around 6 in the morning. Like, obviously that was quite a few hours. Like, it's not like it was like a 1 hour surgery, but I don't know. I for some reason I expected to hear something like in the afternoon after you had already like woken up and everything was okay. It was really nice. It was really nice. Go, 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 go. Oh, it's right behind me. Oh, it's right behind me. I can't make it. Can't make it. Wow, man. Oops, what? No, I was at work, so it was fine. Around 2 a.m. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just, for some reason, I just expected it to be later. Not that like he should have been later. It was just I wasn't expecting to hear so early. I don't know why.
Centrifuge is back online. All that's left is restarting the engines, right? Ready when you are.
I don't even know if this is the right way. This might be the wrong way. Maybe it's the other way. Oh, let's see. I got a better start this time. I still don't think it's enough. No, let's try the other way. Fredo, hello, welcome. How you doing? Not too much is up here. I am battling, trying not to fall asleep. I'm battling really hard and not doing very well. How long have I been live? It's probably not even been that long. It has been an hour and a half. Okay, it's longer than I thought.
Back online. All that's left is restarting the engines, right?
All right, let's try this way. Go. Okay, this makes more sense. No! Go back. Oh, it was full. Okay. Go. Okay. Oh, he scared me. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh, that scared me way more than it should have. I should have known, but it still scared me. Man, this game is just so good. No! Something feels wrong. I don't think this is the way. Yeah, I missed it. Uh-oh. We're running out of oxygen. Running out of oxygen. Bad man Warzone. Not too much. How you doing today? How are you today? Come on. I can't see the... There. Whoa! Holy moly. Go. Get out. Ah, you jerk. You closed on me. Yeah, we got no game audio because there is no sound in space. Uh-oh, and I don't have a lot of bullets. I'm out of bullets. What am I supposed to do? I'm out of bullets. Because I do. I don't know, bad man. Does there have to be a reason? Why do you get your hair cut? Okay. Let's try... I don't know if I have enough for explosions, though. This is going to be rough. Under a subway car. Cool. I should have sat on its face with my cake. Oh, already? Oh, I missed twice. Oh, that was close. The next pull would have been game over again. I wasted all my damn bullets. They're all gone. Damn, man. No, it's okay. It's, It's just a question that doesn't really need to be asked. Do you know what I mean? And the reason I'm asking those questions back to you, because it's literally the same thing. right? Somebody else earlier asked the exact same question. And my response to them was, why are you wearing the shirt you're wearing? Why are you, why is your screen name Badman Warzone? Right? It's a choice. There's no deeper significance. Unless it was like a technical issue that I had, like if I ripped my old hair or something. But even if it's not like an ill-intentioned question, which I don't think you were asking it in like a negative way, it's kind of, think of it like if somebody asked you, why did you cut your hair that way? Even if they don't mean it in a bad way, how would you feel if somebody questioned you that? It instantly makes you feel judged, but it makes you really worried about like, why are they asking me that? Like, does the haircut look bad? Is that why you're asking me that? You know what I mean? So it's exactly the same thing if somebody asked you the same thing, right? It's the same situation, because even if they're not asking it in a mean way, it's kind of like going up to somebody and being like, how pregnant are you? And they're just a little chubby. And so even if you didn't mean it in a negative way, it's just something that you're like, probably shouldn't ask that question. Or like if somebody walked up to you and be like, why are you wearing those pants? Because I like them? I don't know. Are you telling me that I have bad taste, or is there something wrong with my pants? You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Exactly, Dr. H. Exactly. Even if they don't mean it that way. Even if they don't mean it that way. It's just one of those questions that you wouldn't ask, more than likely you wouldn't ask unless it was a negative thing. And so when you get that question, you're just kind of like, oh, does it look bad? It's like the same question of like, do you want a piece of gum? Half the time they're just offering because they're getting a piece of gum and they don't want to feel rude and not ask you. But half the time it's like, bro, your breath stinks. You want some gum? But you instantly go to like, does my breath stink? As soon as they ask you that question, even if that's not what they're asking. Okay, we got one node. Damage is up as high as it'll go on. I have no bullets for it anyway. Damage is up on that. I guess I'll just do capacity on this one. You like the NPC video? It didn't do very well. I was surprised it didn't do well. I thought it was going to do better. But, oh well, you never know with TikTok. Just never know. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Whew. I have so many ideas for videos, and I just never have the energy to do it. I never have the energy to do it. Right now, I've got a couple of ideas for the 2 kids playing video games that I have. I just haven't done them because it's setting up the lights and making sure the camera's in the right place. And right now, because I'm having issues with dummy batteries, it's like unplugging one camera, plugging in the other one, and it's a freaking pain in the butt.
Storage is unlocked. It'll give you access to the engine chamber.
But I do like doing them. I don't want to do all the work. That's all it is. I don't want to do all the work. But that one I did because the NPC thing was really popular, and then it kind of slowed down again. And now it's started to get popular again because you got a bunch of like cringe dudes out on the street doing it. So I'm like, oh, I can make a video making fun of them now. But like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Well, I'm gonna go. Bye. I just posted a video that has that shortcut on TikTok, not on YouTube or Twitch, or not on YouTube or Instagram. But I posted one on TikTok recently. The best is that guy was so butthurt that I called him out, that his response to that video was, bro, you're so damn cringe. I'm cringe because you misunderstood what I said and then are arguing with me for saying what I said by saying what I said. For those who don't know, I made a video talking about how like a bunch of creators are making videos saying how everybody's been hacked with the Sony hack. And then I said, they're lying for the views because we don't know what's happening. You know, nobody knows. It could be that everything got hacked, but it could also be that nothing happened. And then this moron comments, you need to stop lying, basically saying like nothing's happened, calm down. And I was like, well, we don't really know because there are reports that say that a bunch of stuff has happened. And then he's like, I have a friend who works at Sony and nothing got hacked. I'm like, and there are reports that say everybody got hacked. There are also reports that say only 6,000 things got hacked. So like, we don't know for sure. And you stop lying. I'm like, I'm literally saying there is no answer. So it's not me lying. It's me literally saying there is no answer. A lie would be me making a definitive decision, like saying, yes, it happened or no, it didn't happen. I'm saying we don't know yet. So I can't be lying because I haven't actually taken a stance. And then he quoted me. Oh, and then I'm like, and I'm not going to believe your friend who works at Sony. You're going to tell me CEOs who are dealing with this are going to tell some random guy that works at Sony, but no other news reporter has heard of this? Nobody else at any website has heard of this? Only your friend mysteriously knows about this? I'm sure your friend is real. And then his response was to quote what I said to him. And in the quote, I literally said, so we don't know. As in like, there are lots of variations to the story and we don't know which one is accurate, if any. That was him saying I was saying it had happened. In other words, I said, hey guys, don't trust what everybody's saying because nobody's confirmed it yet. And then he got mad and said, bro, stop lying. Nobody's confirmed it yet. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's literally what I said. Wild. Anyways, I did a Hey Retro video on that. But that was like, oh, you're mad at me because I refuse to confirm that it's happened. And you're mad because you're saying that by me not confirming what has happened is me confirming what happened somehow. It's freaking wild. People just make up their own stories. But yeah, his response to his stupidity and me calling him out on it was that I'm cringe because he's too stupid to realize that he's arguing literally what I'm saying. Exactly. And not even just that. Imagine, like, remember when the BP oil spill happened like a decade ago? Now you're asking the oil attendant, the gas attendant, what actually happened, what caused that spill. They're only going to know what the reporters know. And if that gas attendant tells you, well, actually this and this happened, it's like 99.999% sure that it's a lie. Because the reporters are desperate for clicks. They're going to have that news out in the public instantly. They're not going to just ignore you if you're a factual person. And then my favorite response to all of it was they said, and you're just listening to random people on websites. They exist, and the website's job is specifically to cover things like this. That is what they do for a living. So do I trust that or some random troll on the internet with no profile picture with an imaginary friend? I'm pretty sure me trusting news sources is a lot more reliable than me trusting some guy saying, trust me, bro, my friend that you don't know said this. It doesn't even make sense. At least they could have like gone over the top with the extreme lie and been like, well, actually my friend is one of the VPs at Sony. No, he's just some guy that works at Sony. Just some guy. I guarantee you, if that guy even exists, he's a dude that like, you know, gets coffee for everybody. Like he's that guy. As if the CEO says anything. And if anything, the CEO may have like emailed people and been like, hey, there's been a breach in our systems, but don't worry, everything's okay. That's not confirmation of what actually happened, right? Sony does stuff like that all the time. All businesses do that. I worked for a healthcare business. Sorry, I'm on a tangent now. I worked for a healthcare business. And we were hired by the government to do home care, like go into people's homes and take care of them. And a report came out about a bunch of employees from our company and a couple of other ones, and about how badly we get treated and how ripped off the customer gets. I hadn't even heard of it because I don't have TV. The CEO emailed us to tell us that everything in that report was a lie. First of all, the first thing I did was went and watched the video that I hadn't heard of until he told me it was a lie. And then everything in the video was true. But the CEO told us it was all lies. So we're supposed to just believe the dude covering his ass because he's making millions of dollars from this company and doesn't want the company to go under? That's who I'm supposed to trust? I'm sure this guy who works at Sony that's related to this imaginary dude from Sony that is related to this moron on TikTok, I'm sure that the CEO would never lie to him and say everything's fine. I'm sure management would never make up a story about how everything's okay to try to not allow things to blow up out of proportion. I'm sure Sony having lied a decade ago about everybody's accounts being stolen and them saying it never happened, I'm sure that was just a one-time thing. That would never happen again. Sony wouldn't lie to its customers and say that all their information is stolen. No. And then they came out and apologized for it, not because they got caught, but because they would actually tell us once they know. No, man. Their CEOs worth billions of dollars. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They're going to lie through their teeth until it's too late. Some people are just so stupid. Sorry, I had to go on that whole tangent. Dr. H, I believe that 100%. That sounds so true to me. Guaranteed. I'm making a video tomorrow talking about it. I don't really like cons. Unless it's like a creator or some franchise that I like where I want to see the people involved in it. I don't really like cons. I don't really understand what the hype has been around like Minecon and stuff. But it's a bunch of kids and it's a bunch of people that like are really passionate about something. So I'm not judging them. I don't think it's a bad thing that they do it. I've just never had interest. So no, I've never watched any Minecons or anything. David, this is Dead Space. Exactly, shortcuts. That's exactly what happens. And I just love his comeback was, well, I'm sorry you don't trust my source. Your source that has zero proof behind it? Yeah, sorry, I don't trust it either. And even my bigger point of all of it. I hope that's not too quiet. Oh, how did you get in here? Oh, dude, how are you still alive? I'm out of bullets. Jeez, man. All that just to friggin' lose more bullets? I think the oh, I forgot where I was going with it. How did you get in here? I just walked in. Yeah, like PAX. When I went to PAX, the fun part was being with a bunch of friends. I did want to see a couple of panels, but it's just because I wanted to hear my favorite creators talk. Like the Completionist was there, and at the time I was like completely obsessed with the Completionist. This was right around the time that everything happened with his buddy. I don't remember what his name was. And they had that whole falling out and they got rid of all the old content and stuff. And so I wanted to see him because I was still really a big fan. His content changed to the point now where I'm just not super interested in it anymore because I liked the comedy that was involved, and without his friend, there's no comedy. And so it's just kind of like, okay. It just kind of lost its interest for me. It lost its spark. But I wanted to see him talk at the panel, and there was somebody else at a different panel that I wanted to go to, but nobody at the event at PAX wanted to see the event with me, so we didn't go. Kind of bummed me out. But yeah, no, a big part is for the networking and hanging out with people.
I cracked the secure files. DEC was here for more than just a mining claim, huh?
What do you mean?
This outbreak started on the colony after the miners dug up some artifact. Something alien.
That's impossible.
But it would explain why Aegis 7 is meant to be off limits, right? Earth God's orders. When the miners found the artifact, they reported hallucinations, paranoia, suicides. But the Ishimura brought this marker on board anyway. Like that was a plan.
Wait. The marker.
Okay, back up. Where's this marker now?
In cargo. All packaged up for delivery.
But yeah, like I want to go to events. It's just like proper conventions like the FurryCon, MineCon, even like TwitchCon. It's like, I don't really care about the con itself. I just want to like hang out with people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh. I just want to like hang out with people. Like that's the big thing, is go to an event where a bunch of people that I like are gonna be and spend time with them. But like Minecon, I'm not part of the Minecraft creator world, so there's no creators that I care about. Like I like Grian and Mumbo Jumbo and stuff, but they're never really involved in those as far as I know. And outside of that, there's nothing else that I want to watch for Minecon. So if I were to go, it would be if I was with a bunch of other creators who were into Minecraft and wanted to go there with me. But outside of that, I don't really care. Oh God. Oh God, get up. Okay. Where'd you go? It's like I really am looking forward to the chance to maybe go to TwitchCon eventually, but it would literally be to meet other creators, not to do anything else. I don't really care, like even the partying and stuff, I don't care about that. I just want to go hang out with a bunch of people that I know or that I've watched. Talk to brands, exactly. Like when I went to PAX, at the time I wasn't making content, so it didn't fully work out for me. But like when I was at PAX, there were a bunch of like little indie devs that had their own little booths. It's so loud! Wow, that is loud. There were a bunch of indie devs that had their own little booths, and they had their games that you could try out. They were willing to give me like their card. One was even like, hey, if you're gonna make content, let me know, email me and I can send you a code. And like stuff like that totally makes it worthwhile. Stuff like that makes it worth going to one of those events for like networking and stuff, especially when you have somewhat of a following and you can actually make connections and be like, hey, this is who I am, and they'll want to work with you, or they have worked with you in the past. But yeah, I think it would just be a great experience. All right, it's gonna get loud. Here we go. It's so loud. That's just like real life. No problem, TikTok. TikTok just told me that this game is for adults. If you ain't an adult, you shouldn't be watching this. But yeah, that's the only reason I'm looking forward to those things. Like, I hope to eventually do well enough on the channel that I could go to like an event in Europe. That would be really cool, because then there would be a better chance of meeting somebody like you or WeWin and all that. That would make it more worthwhile. Because I'm sure whatever would be at like TwitchCon Europe would, I don't know if there is a TwitchCon Europe. I think there is, isn't there? It would probably be a lot of the same stuff that would be here, but the people would be different. So I would love to meet some of you guys out there. Like it would, that's the part I want. I am looking forward to doing more stuff like that. I'm hoping that this coming year I can. Jeez. I'm hoping that this year I can, but you never know. Life gets in the way. But yeah, I also want to try to do a bit more IRL content where like I'm out at events with other people and I can film a little bit and post some TikToks and stuff with them. AKA fun time. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, like Minecon and stuff, it's never been something that I'm like, oh, I need to see that or I need to go to it. Because Minecraft's main audience is younger. You know, they're like 7 to 12 years old. And a 7 or 12-year-old often, not always, often is going to ask questions that are easily Googleable, that the answers are right in front of you, that it's just like, as a fan, this is something you should probably know. Or this is a con where that shouldn't be the question you're asking. Like the one kid that was asking about if you needed, it was something about networking, and he had like a little lisp, and everybody, like, he became a meme because of the way he said the words, but I don't remember what he said. But like, it's not a place to ask that question. So you're going to get a bunch of stuff like that at something like Minecon, because it's a bunch of little kids. Whoa. Ow, get off me. Yeah, do you need a private server? That kid that was talking like this. That guy. You know, you're going to get a lot of that because they're little kids. Whereas at like TwitchCon, if they do have question and answer, there's going to be a bit more relevance in the questions with, like, you know, there might be somebody who's brand new at Twitch and asking questions of like a partner that you could find online, but at least it's something that would be more relevant to what's happening. So I never bother with things like Minecon because it's just not something I'm curious about. That being said, if this whole Minecraft thing starts to, the heck? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, I know you want me to stand up. Who cares? Oh, hold on a sec. Yeah, like there's definitely things, like I'm not saying that the questions are like a waste of time questions. It's just questions that, whoa. They're questions that I don't really care about the answers for. Uh-oh. Oh. So that's why, like, I wouldn't be interested in it, just because it wouldn't do anything for me. But yeah, it's important for those kids, right? It gives them something to connect with, and not like autistic kids in general. I mean, like kids in general. You know, that kid asking about the servers or whatever, maybe he doesn't have anybody in his life that he can ask that to. So at this event, he's able to ask. And so, like, it's important for them. It's just not an event for me. Just like when I wasn't a Twitch streamer, TwitchCon didn't matter to me. Everybody would get hyped about it, but I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. I'm a YouTube streamer. I don't care about TwitchCon. That being said, whoa! Oh! If this TikTok channel picks up, there's a chance my audience is going to be very young for my TikTok, my Minecraft stuff. There's a chance that my audience is going to be really young, and that's going to become a part of what I have to think of when I'm making content, which is fine. It's just part of. Whoa! I think I have to kill him without blowing up his belly, right? I couldn't remember which way it was. Yeah, exactly, Dr. H. So, like, for those kids, I get why they're asking those questions, because they may not know about things like subreddits or have friends that could answer those questions, or even have the thought process to look up those answers. So it's nothing against them. It's just, for me, it doesn't give me any benefit. So I'm not interested in those events. But, you know, if my channel picks up and I end up, you know, becoming a bit more of a Minecraft creator, not that I'm abandoning any of this. This is all going to continue. Minecraft is a side thing. Obviously, I may have to go to those events, even if I'm not really a fan of them, but I might have to go there because there are going to be other Minecraft content creators I might want to run into, or maybe content creators that I want to work with, or maybe they'll have events there for creators that, Mojang may have benefit for us to be there, type of thing. So I got to keep my mind open. Just as of right now, it hasn't been something I've been interested in. How is my inventory full? What is it full of? Oh. Dang it. Well, I guess I could use a health. I have no more inventory space. That's weird. Do I like Elden Ring? No. I made a whole video about it, actually. Michael Jackson. Oops, I used the health again. I didn't mean to. Those guys are really creepy. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I thought I could get him, I get a hit off on him before he woke up, but no. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for some events. I'm excited for some cons and to meet some people. Like I really, really want to meet like Girl Thulu. I would love to meet Night Owl. There's a bunch of people I would love to meet. Ow, ow, ow. And I used all my health because I'm a fool. There's just a bunch of creators I would like to meet.
Imminent. Correct course immediately.
Me too. I'm excited for Minecraft content. Oh, this is a safe thing. Okay. Been live for 2 hours. Not bad. Did Nora respond? No, she didn't. Okay. Just making sure. I'm excited for the Minecraft content. I think it's going to be interesting. Some people say it's not a really good... It's a good game. It's just not the kind of game I like. A big thing with... Ian's picture just opened up. Oh, it's great. Oh, nice. I think I have a very, very short rehearsal on Sunday. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, I think a big thing with Elden Ring is it's fine. It's not a bad game. It's just the Soulsborne people from FromSoft. They tell very, very deep stories, but it's up to you to pick up every item, to read all the descriptions, to talk to everybody until you exhaust all the conversation, to even hear everything they have in the game. And then even then it's really vague. Like they don't just say this and this happened. Instead, they give you like a really loose way of saying it. And then it's up to you to kind of connect the dots, which fine. Some people really like that. I don't like that. I think the story is so good that they are making it harder to enjoy the story, and that's hurting the story rather than helping it. And with something like Elden Ring, which is completely open world, where you have to just kind of do whatever you want, it's even less likely that you're going to find everything, which means you understand less of the story, which means you wander around for hours not doing anything. Somebody in one of my comments argued that Dark Souls and Bloodborne is the same way, but Bloodborne and Dark Souls are far more focused. There's not a big wide open world. There's a lot more like direction on the only places you can go, so you can stumble into the right areas. Whereas Elden Ring, you could literally spend 6 hours just wandering the field and not getting anywhere, which I've done. I had another guy, going back to stupid comments, I had another guy who commented on my video where I said, I don't like Elden Ring because you have to read everything to understand what's happening, and even then it's kind of hard to follow it. And his response was, well, you have to read everything, and if you didn't, that's on you. That's literally why I don't like it, because I have to read everything. That's like saying, I don't like Hawaiian pizza because it's got pineapples. And then his response is, well, you should like Hawaiian pizza because it has pineapples. That's why I don't like it. How is that an argument as to why I should like it? You literally just gave me the reason I don't like it and said that it's too bad because that's why I should like it. No, that's why I don't like it. Some people, man, they get so butthurt if you don't like something they like. But yeah, so like Elden Ring, it's a good game. It's just not for everybody. And I don't think it does the job that Dark Souls and them do as well as those do it. I think the big part is that it's open world. That's what makes it fun. And that's the only reason I know anything Dr. H is because I watch him in particular. But I need more direction. And for me, one of the big things is people were referencing bosses that I had no idea who they were, or the guy with the horse, the big giant guy with the little horse. I think you and I had this discussion. He's got like a really interesting lore that I don't know anything about. To me, it just looks like a really silly boss fight. But there's a whole bunch to it. But why don't I know it? Because you have to read a bunch of stuff and talk to a bunch of people to even know. And sometimes you'll talk to an NPC that'll describe the boss, and you may not find the boss for another 6 hours. So by the time I get there, I don't know who the hell talked to me about them. I don't remember that anymore. Or I talked to the NPC way before or way after the boss fight. And so by then, I don't connect it with that boss fight. So I've already have silly feelings for that character. So the lore no longer means anything. And that's a sign of bad storytelling. Not that it's a bad story, it's just bad storytelling. And FromSoft suffers from that from the beginning. But the gameplay lets people kind of turn a blind eye, which I do too. I love Dark Souls because I like the gameplay way more than the storyline. But it's a shame that the story gets so lost. And with something like Elden Ring and no direction, you lose the story even more. You know what I mean? But it is a decent game. It's just, to me, it wasn't game of the year. And it's not the best FromSoft game. It's a good game, just not the best one. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Engine power failure. Replace power cell to begin ignition sequence.
Man. Chadley, how you doing, man? How are you? How are things? But yeah, Michael Jackson, it's really up to the person, right? Like for me, it wasn't a great game, but for other people it is. Just like Breath of the Wild to some people is like the greatest Zelda game ever. For me, it's a good game. It's just not the best Zelda game ever. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for in particular. Uh-oh.
Engine power failure.
That's not what I meant to pull out. But as far as the Minecraft content goes, yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to breathe some new air into Minecraft for me. And it's just going to be something really different than what I normally do. I think it's going to add more comedy to my channel. It's going to add more chances for me to actually like participate with other content creators. It'll bring some more silliness to the channel, and it'll give me some freedom to kind of just play the game without the pressure of streaming. Because the big thing with streaming is if something boring is happening, you have to find a way to be entertaining while it's happening. Whereas on like a Minecraft video, I can literally just ignore that part and cut it out. So it's pretty good. Hey, Preston, how are you? Not too much, man. I'm tired again. The weekends are killing me. The weekends are seriously like kicking my butt. There's not a lot of, because I work night shift on Saturday, I'm trying to get everything done because of it being my only day right now. And I stream. And so I'm already kind of wonky. And then Saturday night, I can't go to bed early because I'm used to being up all night. So even when I try, I get like an hour of sleep at max. And then I'm out all day on Sunday. And then I come home and I nap for like another hour because again, it's still too early. And then I'm up all night and work in the morning. And so come Monday, I've slept like a handful of hours for 2 or 3 days. and then I'm just a zombie, and that's where I am right now. I think last night I slept about 4 hours, but then the rest of the weekend, I think in total I got about 5 hours of sleep. And so like right now I'm a complete zombie. Like I'm barely making sense. I could go to sleep right now. I didn't even want to get out of bed, but I knew if I didn't, the stream would be too short. And because I couldn't hang out with Nora on Friday or on Saturday, I'm going to do it tonight. And so I wanted to make sure I was off stream by 6 so I could have some dinner and then be prepared for her. But yeah, outside of that, everything's good. I got some good news for Sunday. I only have to be at rehearsals for a couple of hours. I don't have to be there all day, which is going to be great. And then just playing some Dead Space. Just telling everybody about my Minecraft video. Really excited about that. But that's typical. Is it kicking your butt because stuff is going bad, or just like catching up on everything that happened during the weekend while you weren't working? Less of a fan of Tears of the Kingdom. Cool. I've heard the reverse from a lot of people. Like I said, I think Breath of the Wild was a good game. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, but I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom because I don't want to spend $90 on a game that I'm not going to thoroughly enjoy. And although I've heard that it is an upgrade from Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Wild was fun, but it was not a game that like I was infatuated with. I was like, this is good. It's just I prefer the old style of Zelda, and Breath of the Wild is a good Zelda game, but it's not a good example of other Zelda games. And if you like Breath of the Wild, it doesn't mean you're gonna like the other Zeldas. And so I've never been like a gigantic fan. I 100% do not want to spend my money on a game that I'm not going to be completely infatuated with when it's that expensive. But the people that have talked about it, I've heard them say that it was a huge upgrade and they really liked how much better it was, but I can't speak to it on my own. Just a busy schedule. It was just too much. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, busy. Why can't Mondays like ease you into your week? You know, be a little bit more slow paced and just kind of get you ready for the rest of the week. Let Wednesday be busy. Here we go. This is gonna be bad. Where are you? You're spitting at me. I don't see you. There you are. Come on. Oh, man. We've got no inventory space. Not good, not good, not good. The worst is I have no inventory space. Oh, whoa, I didn't see you. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, got my health back. Whew. Whew. That was the biggest complaint that I heard, even from people who loved Tears of the Kingdom. The biggest complaint that I heard was that it was relying too heavily on Breath of the Wild with like the maps and everything that happened there. They just expanded on it, so it gave a little bit of a feeling of more of an expansion than an actual brand new game. Other people said that it definitely felt like a brand new game, but yeah, that it just kind of outwore its welcome a little bit. Because after Tears of the Kingdom kind of got past the hype, there were some concerns that the next Zelda would be another one based in the same world with the same map. And so Nintendo even had to come out and be like, no, we're working on something totally different. We're done with this map. So yeah, I'm just, I didn't get enough out of Breath of the Wild. I think a big part of why I liked Breath of the Wild was the Switch, not necessarily Breath of the Wild, but it was the brand new console, handheld. Playing something that epic on a handheld up until then wasn't really a possibility. And so I think that played a lot into me enjoying Breath of the Wild. I've tried to go back a few times and I'm just like, no, I miss like the temples. I miss like the progression that you feel with a regular Zelda game. And so it just wasn't exactly my cup of tea. So I don't want to buy Tears of the Kingdom because I felt that way about Breath of the Wild. Eventually, maybe, if I find it used for, like, dirt cheap, but... You don't like Skyrim, but you enjoyed it on Switch. See, and I don't like Skyrim, and I enjoyed it way more on my PlayStation VR because of the VR. I was a big fan of the VR. Now that I've played other VR games, I can feel how broken it is, but it made the game way better. So yeah, I could totally understand what you mean by liking it better because of the Switch. Because of the changes Nintendo did. But you were a giant fan of Breath of the Wild, Nikki. For somebody like me who was like, yeah, it's good. It's too much the same. But it's because I was already kind of, If I really liked it, I would put up with more of the same. I get a feeling I'm gonna get attacked again. Maybe not. Go, get out of here. This feels too familiar. Yeah, it was just too much of... It was... If it was more of a parallel movement rather than a new step. If I don't know if I'm using the right phrasing, but you know what I mean? Like, it felt like it was just the same in a new way, but it was still the same. Where instead of like it being a whole new thing. I think that's what you're trying to say, and that's what I've heard a lot. Ordinary Logo fan, how's it going? Yeah, see, 1,150 hours. See, and on Breath of the Wild, I think I got maybe 30, and most of it was because I was streaming. But that's like the most I'll ever spend on it. I'll probably never go back to it. I've played Ocarina of Time multiple times on stream, and I'm craving to play that again. But Breath of the Wild, I haven't even had interest in putting it in my Switch again. Haven't even had interest. I might be interested in doing it if I ever get into like emulating and stuff, and I emulate it on like my ROG Ally and get it to run at like a full 1080p with like upgraded graphics. Maybe then I would play it again just to kind of see the cool graphics of it. It was great. It was just like it was good. It was just I missed the classic Zelda elements to it that they got rid of. Those were my favorite parts of Zelda. Like I liked beating a temple and having a whole new tool to work with rather than just like exploring and finding random weapons that didn't really add anything new to the game. Like you could find the things you needed relatively quickly and then that was it. And because they broke so easily, I never became attached to anything, and I don't like that. I hate the breaking mechanics that they include on all these games. Exactly. Yes, exactly, Chadley. That's a perfect example. Yeah. And I feel like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are going to have the same type of fandom as Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Some people prefer one to the other. Some people feel like they're both good, but a bit similar, so a bit more worn down. I definitely feel it's more like an expansion than a brand new game. That's definitely something I acknowledge that I feel when I play the two. I prefer Majora's Mask because it felt like they took more chances with it. And because they limited the world in a different way, they were able to do more with the world. Whereas Ocarina of Time is more of an open world, but limitations made it do a little bit less. But nonetheless, people tend to agree that they are good. It's just some people hate the second one because they're just like, it wasn't enough of a difference, or the differences were too big of a difference. That kind of thing. But yeah, that's a perfect example. Yeah. I'll probably eventually play Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I'm curious. I would love to see what it's about. I would love to see the story. I can't bring myself to spend $90 on a game that I'm not thoroughly going to enjoy. I've done that plenty of times, and it's just like, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that again. How's my hair feeling? Oh, nice, Preston. You just relaxing today? Are you going to go see your girlfriend today? The hair is feeling really good. I put it up a little bit too high on this side. It's a little bit lower over here and a little bit too high on this side. But because it's so delicate, I don't want to unstick it and adjust it. I'm scared I'm going to rip it. So I'm just letting it I'm going to sweat my way out of it. But it feels really good. The best part is it feels like my scalp. Like if I lightly touch my hair, I can feel the sensation through the actual like thin skin. With the lace, you feel it, but not as much. This is super sensitive. And it just, my head overall feels less big, I guess is the way I'm trying to phrase it. Basically, while I'm still talking. Yeah, I know it's sensitive. Let me use this camera while I talk real quick. I'm going to be facing the wrong way. Oh, that bugs me so much. Because of how thin it is. Oh, hold on. Let's finish what he's saying. Second.
You bought us time to figure it out.
I know. Let's do this.
Taking us into geostationary orbit.
Wait, you're flying us through the planet crack debris?
That's what the asteroid defense system is for.
But the ADS is offline. I've got the system readouts here.
Oh, now I'm in reverse. Now I look weird.
Shit.
Boom. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that.
Daniels, give me all the data you have. I'll try to adjust course. Isaac, you disable the tram lockdown from engineering. I'll open up the bridge station. Meet me there. We need.
No, Michael. No, Michael Jackson, it never overheats. I've got a full water cooling system on my streaming PC. I've got a big air system on my gaming PC. They never overheat. The room gets really hot though. Yeah, so the system is super thin, and because it's super thin, this is me speculating. I don't know if this is actually what's happening. But with the lace systems, they tie a double knot in the hair to hold it in place. And because it's a double knot, that automatically makes the lace thicker. And the hair is now standing on end because it's like anchored in place. Whereas with this system, it's sewn into place. So it's actually within the hair thin skin. But because the thin skin is so ultra thin, it's not as stable. So the hair is able to kind of flop a little bit easier. So the hair is actually, it feels thinner than the other hair systems that I've had. Like the actual, how thickness of the hair. And so like when I run my fingers through it, it doesn't feel as thick as the other hair did. When I'm styling it, this is one thing that I'm learning to work with. When I'm styling it, it's not as voluminous as the other systems were. Like you could tell it's kind of flat right now. Because when I started, my hair was much poofier. But it's not as poofy now because the thin skin doesn't hold the hair in position as easily. But because of that, the overall size of the hair is smaller. So like even this headset, when I was wearing it before, I couldn't cover my full ears. The bottoms of the cuffs were actually pressing on the bottoms of my ears because the headset couldn't reach my full ear size without pulling it down to the point where the metal was up against my head, and that would give me a headache. So I would like kind of raise it a bit so I didn't have the pressure. But now with this system, I actually have a little bit of space. You can't see it, but I have a little bit of space between the metal and the bungee, and my ear is fully covered. And I don't feel that pressure of the headset being pulled onto my ears the whole time. Because what was happening is it was pulling on the bottom of my ears as the headset was trying to go back up, and my ears were getting pulled with it. So the system feels thinner, so it's more comfortable. I could probably even wear a hat easier with this system. I'm yet to see how hot it is, because lace can breathe. That was the main reason I like the lace, is because I sweat at work. The sweat can evaporate, and I like that. But this doesn't have that, so I was worried that it was going to be a lot. I am worried that it's going to be a lot less breathable, meaning it's going to make me feel a lot hotter when I'm at work. But work this morning was a lot less physical, so I didn't sweat. Tonight I'm going to find out how hot it gets. But so far I'm loving it. It is my favorite, and I looked up the pricing, and this is one of the cheapest ones they have. So even better, because it's my favorite and it's more budget friendly. Now I just got to see how long I go before I rip it, and how quickly the hair falls out, because in lace the hair falls out real fast. I got to see how it falls out on this one. But I'm loving it so far. I'm absolutely loving it. And it's almost invisible. And if you look, like, you can see my scalp, even when it's just styled, like you can see the scalp because the system's actually like at the tip of my nail. And the hair is just so thin, you can actually see it. But the hair is sticking to the glue. So I gotta like, see, I can scratch that off. I gotta like fix it because the glue kind of leaks out a little bit after I put it on. But it's so thin. It's so thin. I'm loving it. But I set it back a bit too far. I gotta adjust it. Even the back is actually like on my hair. Normally I have it like right next to my hair, but it's on my hair because I set it back too far. I'm freaking loving it though. It's my favorite system so far. Favorite system. You just got home from work. How was work? Ordinary Logo fan. Yeah, Chadley, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna either find it used, get it that way, or well, no, I'm gonna buy it used. I'm not either gonna buy it. I'm gonna get it used, but I'm either gonna get it like at a store or find it at like a flea market or privately sold by somebody for the ability to experience the story, because I really want to experience it. I just, like I said, I can't bring myself to spend $90 on that. Like I've spent $90 on a couple of games that I'm just kind of like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. And I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again. How do I adjust it? I literally just like unstick it and shift it forward and stick it back on. Mind you, it's so thin that if I unstick it, it's going to rip. So I'm just letting it unstick on its own. And once it's unstuck, I'm going to like make the back unstick a bit more, because as you sweat, it kind of loosens it. And then I'll just shift it forward and place it down, and then hopefully that'll be good. So I've tried 4 types. 2 of them are variants on the same type. So do I have them here? I do. Okay, give me a sec. We're getting sidetracked, folks. We're getting sidetracked. Let's get sidetracked for a sec. Okay. So, these are the ones that I have. There's one that's been thrown out. But these are the ones that I still have. One of them is ripped of these ones. The other 2, the dye has really worn out. And one of them, it's losing quite a bit of hair. So I need to get a new one. Or I needed to get a new one because the hair was starting to leave little bald spots that I was worried about. Okay, so this was the first one I had. And this is thin skin. Right? So it's almost like a plastic. You can kind of tell from the shine. I haven't washed it. I need to clean it. But it's almost like a plastic. And that's what this is. But this is ultra thin skin. This is just regular thin skin. And so you can tell it's kind of, you can see it, right? This one's almost clear. And so the hair in this was too black, and it was really, really thick. But like the edging, come on, cover my face. The edging on it right there, that isn't very see-through. Whereas this one, it's almost completely see-through. So that was the first one that I tried. That's just regular thin skin. It was okay. It was my first time using a hair system, so I ripped it because I was too rough. I didn't realize how rough I was being, and I ripped it. The hair color was wrong on that one, which made it look bad. And it was really hot to wear. And because it was my first one, it was set wrong on my head, and I had to readjust it and then stretch it to make it fit a little bit better, and that caused pressure on my head, which would give me headaches when I first would do the maintenance or whatever. So that was the first one. I liked it. I could wear those again. It's just I prefer not to. Then the one I threw out was the second system, and then there's this. So this is lace. You can see how it's way more mesh. So the air, like you can see my skin, my fingers, the air lets itself through this, and you can evaporate your sweat. Now this has thin skin in the back. So this allows you to put tape on, and it's thick, thin skin, like it's very thick. The old wigs used to be made of this kind of thin skin. And this is very tear resistant. And so you can put tape on here and not worry about it pulling the hairs through, because the hair doesn't actually come to this side. Whereas lace, the hair is tied into this little mesh. So when you put tape on this and you pull it off, you pull hairs through. And so this gives you the support around the back in order to tape it, and then you glue the front in order to get the invisibility. And so that was the mixed type. That's one of the mixed types. And then this is the other mixed type. I think it's in here, is it? Yeah. This is the one that I just took off. This is the one that I was wearing before. Now this one, again, I haven't cleaned it, and I need to. But again, this one's lace, but now the thin skin goes all around the edge. So it gives you full support. Now this is the front of it. There's a little bit of lace in the front to give you that invisible hairline when you glue it, but the rest is thin skin. So I can put tape all around the edge, and then it holds on very, very securely. And then the front is left with the lace, so you can glue it, and then you get the more invisible hairline. So this one is ultra thin skin, which is the same as the backs of these ones and the whole one of that one, but it's like insanely thin. I think the regular thin skin is 2 millimeters thick, and this one is, yeah, I think it's 2 millimeters thick for regular thin skin, and this one is 0.03 millimeters thick. Or not 2 millimeters, 0.2 millimeters thick, and this one's 0.03. So like it's far, far thinner. And so it's invisible. Like if I get close, you don't see, you can't see it, but that's where my hair is tied in. So you can see where I'm pulling it, but you don't actually see the wig. You can kind of see it here a little bit because hair is sticking to the edge. But it's like almost invisible, but it's super delicate. So the downside will be removing it can rip it. So out of all the ones that I've tried, I like lace because it's breathable. That's the big thing, is it's really breathable and it's super, super tough. Like you can pull on it and it's not going to rip as easily, but it's harder to hide the hairline. It feels thick on your head. So when I like touch my head, it doesn't feel like I'm touching my scalp necessarily. It kind of does, but not really. And it gets really itchy because it's lace and it's not like silky smooth on your scalp. It gets itchy really easily. And so like even within the first hour of putting it on fresh, it's super itchy. Whereas this is not itchy. It gets itchy, but not as itchy. It's not as breathable, but it's way more invisible. It weighs next to nothing on my head, and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything at all. Whereas that one, I get used to it after a day or two, but at first it feels like I'm wearing a hat, and it's still itchy. So I'm constantly like getting my comb and just like pressing it into my scalp just to try to ease some of the itch. And the hair falls out really easily on lace. Like today when I showered, all I did was condition the hair, but in conditioning the hair, I lost hair because you do it all the time, but I was losing triple, sometimes quadruple the amount of hair with my lace than I am with this. So far, this is my favorite. The deciding factor will be how sweaty I get. If it's way too hot, I'll probably go back to lace. But as of right now, I'm very, very happy with this, and I'll probably continue with this type. Because this is like out of this world. Out of this world. We love the tangent. Always tangents. Always tangents. But it's been great. Eddie from The Boys? I don't know about Eddie from The Boys, but I get told I look like Eddie VR a lot. Is that his name? Is that his name? Eddie VR? Yeah. I get told I look like this guy. In this picture in particular, I see it. I even have the exact same glasses. They're just in the car right now, but I see it. He's got nicer skin than I do though. But we totally look alike. I totally see it. I totally see it. Right? It's like when it's that close, you don't see it. Like the thing is, like, it's not even that there's a line. It's when I put it on, and I press it in and hold it in, some of the glue kind of leaks out, like when you were a kid and you would glue paper together and you squeeze it, a little bit of glue leaks out. So the same thing happens. So no matter how much I try to clean it, over the next couple of days, a little bit of glue sticks out, and then the hair flattens. And it's usually like 1 or 2 little hairs, and they'll flatten right along the edge, so it looks like there's a seam, and it's not. It's literally just the hair being flattened down. Like that's hair that's sticking, because there's the line. Get out of here. I can't do it backwards. There's the line you can see right there. But look, it disappears over here because it's literally hair. But yeah, it's pretty much invisible. It's pretty much invisible. It's pretty wild. Both look so much the same. Seven, how you doing? Welcome. Watch, I'll even show you. I'm going to go get my glasses. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll be like 30 seconds. I'm back. My audio reset. Give me a sec here. Source. PC. Source. Auxiliary. Audio should start in just a second again. There it is. Okay. Watch. If I put these on. Now his hair is smoother than mine is, straighter than mine is. Let me try to pose the same. Which way? Would it be this way? Be this way, this hand? Yeah. Okay. Ready? I'm posing exactly the same. Right? Right? We could be brothers. We could totally be brothers. Oh, we look so much the same. we look so much the same. Yeah, I get that comment constantly on TikTok. I constantly get people going, Eddie VR, and they'll tag him, but he's got like 1 million followers, so he's never responded. But at first I was like, I don't see it. I don't think we look the same, because I was getting the comments when I had no hair. And now that I have the longer hair and I see that picture, I'm like, okay, there I see it. There I can see why we look the same. I need to make connections with him. That would be fun. That'd be fun. He's huge and famous though. He's probably gonna be like, what's this guy want to use me? No way, man. I come in and he runs away. That's exactly what happens. I gotta play hard to get, Seven. Gotta play hard to get. But yeah, as far as the systems go, so far I really like the mixed ones because the stability, and I can like pull on it and stuff, and I don't have to worry about it ripping. But if for some reason it's slightly too small, there's no give, so I can't like even like stretch it a little bit to make it fit a bit better, and the hair falls out easier. But it's super breathable and resilient to being pulled and ripped. These are super sensitive to being ripped, but the hair doesn't fall out as easy, and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing a system, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing a system, which I really like. So far I'm liking this one, but we'll see what happens in a couple of weeks when I do some maintenance. Dr. H, and the worst is it goes both ways, because what happened to me when I was having success with TikTok and it was going really well, there were a bunch of people that were suddenly my friends, and everybody was like so excited to talk to me and hang out with me and everything. And then the second it slowed down, I stopped hearing from them. There's a few that completely stopped following me, but there's a lot that just act like I don't exist. They still follow me, but they never ever comment. They never ever, participate in anything. I just stopped seeing them. So it for me, because I had that moment, I not only worry that other people think I'm going to use them, but I'm always suspicious of people wanting to use me. And so like, it makes you feel bad, because I know that a lot of people aren't doing that, but it's a feeling I feel because it's happened already. And so it being a content creator is rough when you're dealing with other content creators. That's why I don't like Twitch as much as YouTube, because it's more content creators on Twitch, not as many on YouTube. I know Night Owl's here just to hold on to my petticoats for my fame from a few years ago. It's the only reason I talk to him now, because now he's on his way up and I want to make sure I get pulled along a little bit further. I know you are, Seven. I know you are. You're using me to prepare yourself. If you get back to streaming full time, then you know that you're prepared. You're thinking ahead. That's what you're doing. Clout tails, if you will. Oh man. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Dr. H. Yeah, it's some people are that way though, and it kind of sucks. So you always get, it's the whole like the one spoiled apple, or one rotten apple spoils the bunch. It's that whole idea, because most people aren't that way, but a few are. So then it instantly makes you doubt all the people, because you're like, okay, well, if one was willing to do it and they seemed really nice, I'm sure more than one are willing to do it too. And that's a really crappy feeling. That does not feel nice, you know? I I need ammo really desperately, but at the same time, I think I need more inventory space because we ran out really fast. If I sell that, that'll bring me to 9,500. And I guess I could sell some of the saws. And then maybe I'll be able to buy some other bullets. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Seven, I totally planned that pun. I totally did. That was not accidental in any way. Not even a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I might regret this. I definitely don't have enough for bullets. Oh well. But yeah, it's you're always a little bit weary about people because you're just like, are they just using me? Do they actually like what I'm doing? I'm in that circumstance right now where there's somebody that I'm kind of like, are you actually trying to be friends right now, or are you just trying to like network? Because if you're just trying to network, cool, but be upfront about it. Be upfront about it. And in case Snacks is listening, I'm not talking about you. That's why I'm using your name directly, because I'm not talking about you. Snacks and I are in the process of seeing if we could do some collab work, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, just like if you're looking to just collab or to just network, just say that. Don't act like we're trying to be friends. If you're just trying to collab, it's fine. If you want to just collab, that's cool, because eventually that's going to happen. I'm going to have people that I'm going to work with that I don't necessarily want a friendship with. I just know that it'll be beneficial to both of us. But just don't be like, oh, we're such good friends or whatever. But people do that, and it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Wizard Gold, hello, nice to see you. Welcome. Talking about you. Yeah, Seven. How dare you reach out after so long and talk to me on occasion, pretending that we're friends. I know your plan. Eventually, you're just going to use me. But yeah, it's, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. It's good, Wizard Gold. It's good. Getting close to the end. I gotta get going in a little bit, but just trying to make some progress while I can. We did it. We completed the chapter. Okay, that's perfect time to stop then. Oh, that's perfect then. But yeah, you just never know as a content creator. It's kind of disheartening at times. At the same time, it makes you paranoid, and you really shouldn't be. So it's a weird balancing act. It's a really weird balancing act. But, you know, you take it one day at a time. Finally moved to an apartment. Nice, nice, Wizard. How are you liking it? But either way, I'm excited for the Minecraft thing. I'm really excited to potentially work with other people. You know, like I said, Snacks and I want to plan something out 100%. I like Snacks in general. I mean, I like Snacks, but I like Snacks in general, and I feel like him and I would work really well together in a couple of videos or maybe live streams or whatever. I really, really want to do something with him, and we're in the talks of doing that. And the whole Minecraft thing, there's some stuff being planned. There's some stuff being planned. Keep an eye out for the Minecraft announcement, because I do have that second channel now, and I need to do a... Hey, we're getting raided. His ears were burning. His ears were burning. 100%. 100%. That is hilarious. Hello, Snacks. Thank you for the raid. I don't know if you were watching me right before you raided. That is hilarious. That is so funny. Because I'm a big time TikToker. That's why I never message back. You send me a bunch of TikToks. I don't know what to say to them. I don't know what to say to the TikToks. I feel it feels... you know, like when a little kid's like, Mom, look what I can do. And you're like, oh, that's great, honey. I feel like that's what I'm gonna come off as if I keep responding to every single one. You know what I mean? Snacks, that's so funny. Oh, that is so funny. I was just telling everybody how we're hoping to do some work together, because I was backtracking even further. I was talking about how as a well, Dr. H, well, first of all, sorry, I'm everywhere right now. First of all, how was your stream? What were you playing? How did it go? Did you have a good time? Second of all, we were talking with Dr. H, and Dr. H made the comment that as a content creator, one of the constant fears you feel is other people thinking you're using them for clout. And then I was saying, and it goes the other way, as a content creator, sometimes you're worried somebody else is trying to use you for clout. And then I made a point to say that I have somebody right now that I'm kind of on the fence on whether they're trying to use me for clout or not. And then I went, and Snacks, I'm not talking about you, and I'm using your name directly because I don't want you to think that it's you. And if I'm using your name, it's because obviously it's not you. And then I went on to tell everybody that I'm hoping that we can do some stuff together because I think we have the same kind of energy and we'd be able to get along really well. And so I'm really excited about that. So we were just talking about you, and I was saying, I really like Snacks. I mean, I like Snacks, but I really like Snacks, and I want to work with them. And then you go and raid me. That's freaking hilarious. That's so funny. Oh man, I started Soma. I had a bad experience with Soma, not the game itself. Nothing to do with the game. I'm not even going to go into the details about the game. But somebody came in and said the conclusion of the game, but the way that they said it, they tried to eventually say that I was just kidding. That's not what the conclusion is. But the way that they worded it kind of made it a binary. It's either this or that. Those are the only two options. And both of them gave away the ending of the game. And we were about an hour into the game. And then when I was like, dude, you just spoiled the whole game, they got super defensive and started attacking me for being upset that the game got spoiled. And then basically just said that I was being a jerk for being upset that they spoiled the game. And it's like the whole point of the game is the mystery, and you gave away the mystery. So why do I even want to play it now? Now I know what the conclusion is. Well, what's the fun? And then they got super, super like aggressive about it. So they ruined the game for me. I do want to go back and play it though, because now it's been like a couple of years, so I should be over it. But yeah, so frustrating. But I'm hoping you're enjoying it. I remember that it was scary. Not that I gave it away. I told you there's a mystery. But I know you're kidding, Seven. No worries. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to working together. I'm hoping that you're enjoying the scares though. I'm playing this and it's got its moments of tension, but I've been talking a lot, so I haven't been feeling too scared. I gotta stop in like 15 minutes. I gotta meet with I got a little bit under half an hour. I gotta meet with Nora for a FaceTime call, so I can't stick around too long.
I'm looking at the ADS cannons. They're a mess. I'm gonna need your help. I am not losing the Ishimura. Not now.
Oh, that's the worst, Dr. H. That's the worst.
CEC
Give me a sec here.
About the marker, didn't they? Isn't that why you're really here? Corporate wouldn't send the Ishimura for some off-the-books mining. But alien technology, yeah, that fits.
And how does losing my team fit into this theory?
Hey, knock this shit off. We're into the debris field.
We're about to die and they're too busy arguing. So ridiculous.
Daniels?
Fine. But I'm going through the ship reports, Hammond. I'm getting some answers.
And that's it. Once you spoil a game like Last of Us, there's not really any coming back from it. Because there's nothing left. That's what I'm worried about with Silent Hill, the Silent Hill 2 remake that they're doing. We know what the twist is in the story if you're a Silent Hill fan, so how are they going to make that interesting if we already know what the twist is right from the start? So I'm hoping they'll either add something to the story to make the twist more interesting, or they'll add a bunch of elements around it while the twist is still there. There'll be other things that'll kind of keep it interesting. I'm really hoping it's not just going to be an upgrade in graphics and everything else is the same, because then that's kind of like, oh, okay. It's super creepy. I'm definitely scared, although people feel cheated that my heart rate didn't skyrocket. Okay, how are you doing that? Because Girl Thulu's also displaying her heart rate, and I haven't checked in a long time, but the last time I looked, I would have had to buy hardware for it. How are you doing it? Because I would like to include that. My heart rate's always high to begin with, so even a little scare will make my heart rate skyrocket because it's always high. I do have an Apple Watch. Because that was my whole thing. I was like, at the time I had a Samsung watch, but when I looked online, they're like, no, you can't use like the already made watches. You have to download an app with like a health monitor watch, like one of the Fitbits and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to buy a Fitbit just for the stream. Yeah, Dr. H. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't trust Konami. That's my big thing. I don't trust Konami. But but I was worried about Capcom with Resident Evil's remakes, and geez, twice. And they did it justice. So maybe Konami will, but Konami also has a much worse track record than Capcom does. I do, Michael Jackson. I do. Yeah, it's a third party. But Konami is very much the type of company that even if it's a third party, they have their fingers in everything. So the third party is literally just there to do the labor. They're the ones making the decisions. Whereas Capcom, I feel, is more hands-off because they are so adamant on their own IPs that they kind of just let third parties kind of do their own thing as long as it sticks within a certain realm. And I feel like Konami is more like, no, you have to do it the way I do it because they micromanage everything. Stromno. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take a picture of that so I don't forget. That is perfect. Thank you, man. Hey, camera. Uh-oh. Are you serious? Did my camera just break on my phone? Nope. It just froze. Never mind. Oops. Photo app called Stromno. Perfect. Thank you, dude. That's going to be great because it's just extra stuff. It's just extra stuff. Yeah, Michael Jackson. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm stingy too. I can pay $5. It'd probably be closer to like $9 here. But I can pay that. Yeah, that would be worth it. I just didn't want to spend the $100 for a Fitbit for me to do that. Because that was my thing. I was like, it's like $100 for a Fitbit, and I still have to buy an app on top of that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay for two things. But if I already got the watch, is it just this? Yeah, it's just the cast texting each other. Yeah, and that's it, right? Like, I want the ability. I don't want to have to pay for the ability. I've already paid for enough stuff on my stream. And right now, I'm not getting any real jump scares happening, so it's not worth the money for me. You know, if I was making money on the stream, then it's like, okay, I can invest into it. But right now, it's like the jump scares aren't a common thing, so it's not worth the money. $5 worth, I mean, one jump scare will pay for it. Or $9. One jump scare, two jump scares for $9 would pay for it. Yeah, I'll save again. They're going okay. It's a little bit weird. Seven, I don't know if you're still watching. I'm in a musical. I'm doing 9 to 5. Dolly Parton's musical. They're going okay. So it's a community theater. It's not anything professional, but these guys had a big reputation for treating their shows like professional. I did Grease with them. I did a chorus line with them, and I did a show called The Fantastics with them. That was the smallest show I did with them. But the other ones were really big casts. And they were rehearsing 6 days a week. On the weekend, you started at 1 p.m., you finished at 10 p.m. Like, you were there all day long. Like, it was really, really heavy rehearsal periods. And it was like 3 weeks of vocals or 2 weeks of vocals and like 3 or 4 weeks of dance and choreography or blocking and all that. So it was like 6 weeks of rehearsals. It was a really long process. So I was expecting that this time. And now I went in and we had 3 days of vocal rehearsals, and now we have 4 weeks of blocking, and then we're on stage. And so, or like 3 weeks of blocking. So we're on stage pretty quick. And the vocal rehearsals, all we did was all the group singing. They spent 0 time with us learning our own solos. And he's just given us recordings and said, hey, listen to these different Broadway casts and learn it from there. The problem is my song in particular is very, they swing basically, like the it's not a rigid structure in the way they sing it. And the thing is, each guy swings slightly differently. So I don't actually know where the structure of the song is and then be able to swing on top of that. Instead, I'm swinging on top of a swing, which means I could be singing it completely wrong because of that. And I have a friend who's also playing the same role, and he's learned it slightly differently than I have. So when we're singing together, it never matches up because we both have slightly different timings and slightly different note choices. And so it's kind of a headache because I don't feel like I'm going to be secure in my music in time, especially all the backup vocals, because when my friend is on stage playing the character, I'm one of the backup guys, and I'm going to be on stage more often than he will. So I won't get as much chance to do the backup stuff. And so I have to just practice it as much as they are and hope that it sticks. But that part has me a bit concerned. Outside of that, it's really fun. I'm really glad I don't have to dedicate as much time as I thought I was going to, so I can still do my streams and still be okay. But yeah, I'm just a little insecure. I'm so rusty that I feel like I can't make up for the lack of rehearsals on my own. That's the only thing. But they're going well. They're going well. I'm enjoying it.
Containment measures activated.
You okay?
Okay, I thought the boss was coming right away.
So far.
Oh, and Snacks, actually, I'll send it to you right now. If you want to keep an eye out, I know you're just finished streaming, so head off if you have to, honestly. But real quick, while I still have your attention for a second, check your Instagram inbox. I've recorded my first episode of the Minecraft content I want to do. The music is not the music I'm going to use. I'm going to edit it a little bit more, but this will give you an idea of kind of how my Minecraft videos are going to be, so you can kind of know what direction I'm taking it. So you can see what I was kind of referencing when we were talking earlier. Okay, awesome. Yeah. But yeah, keep an eye out. It should get through to you in a sec. And it's just like the intro to the video. I have the rest of the footage that I have to edit, but just so you can kind of see what it's going to be like, what I'm doing. Okay. But yeah, rehearsals are going, they're going fine. We've only done the 3 vocal rehearsals. Yesterday we did the first read through of the whole play and singing the songs and stuff. I talked to the director. I get to have myself a really nasty mustache. It's based in the 70s, and my dude is basically like the 1970s version of Harvey Weinstein. So I get to have like a gross porn star mustache with big like mutton chop sideburns. I'm gonna be so gross. I'm gonna be so gross. Yeah, he just popped in.
Isaac. Sorry. Shit, you scared me.
No, keep that rifle close. What's that?
The one that attacked me. I managed to trap it here.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing like some backstage
His face.
footage and stuff to post on TikTok so you can see it.
You can't help him, Hammond. He's...
You're right. I should... The hell with it.
Escape pod 47 launched.
I worked with him for years. Johnston, too. At least she was spared becoming a monster.
We're gonna fix this, Hammond. For them.
Yeah. Come on. The ADS cannons.
I love how much better the movements in NPCs have gotten in games lately. They're so much more realistic. All right, Nikki, have a good sleep. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. It's the last few minutes of the stream. I want to see it just because I am a graphics addict. I don't know if it makes a big difference. Frame rate's definitely lower.
Here. All I can tell is the ADS power routing is shot.
Well, the administration systems aren't doing much. We could redirect power from there. I'd need to
Rewired the junction boxes, but we get the ADS cannons back.
Good.
Oh, what? It's offline? No way. It hasn't even come through on the alerts over here.
Know about any illegal mining?
Like the...
I swear, I'm just here for a repair mission.
Why is it offline?
I don't know you or Daniels well enough to judge, but CEC had to know about the marker.
The company maybe, but shit like that's above my pay grade. Look, we can get into it later. You'll need a way down to those junctions.
Why is it offline?
Turn the atrium elevators back on from security. You'll have full access. I found a CEC executive key card. I'll upgrade your clearance.
And you upgraded yours already?
Yeah, just in case.
What?
And Isaac? I heard something up there. Something big.
Did it?
Watch your back.
Yeah, that worked. That worked. So the other thing didn't even come through. Why though? Why would it say it's offline? Everything is connected and turned on. The alerts are working, so it's not like the alert didn't come through. Okay, this is one from Terra before. Is this still? I forgot how loud it was. Okay, that's working. Maybe something's down with their website, maybe? Where is... Okay, donation. Variations. No, they're on. I don't know. Maybe their website's down or something. Oh, with bits. Why is that off? I turned that on a long time ago. Am I on my YouTube or my Twitch? I'm on my Twitch. Where's his bits? Let's see. Sub, follow, raids, merch, redemption. Okay, bits. Okay, those bits worked. I wish I had 1,000 bits to give myself.
This is a test bit alert.
Test the jump scare one. Ah!
This is a test bit alert.
Oh, I forgot the sound was different. It's on. Weird. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's in Twitch it's not working. Like maybe in Twitch, like in Twitch itself it's disabled. I don't think. What would that be under? Should be under my extensions. My extensions. No, it's emotes, Prime subscription, it's turned on. Everything is there. I don't know why it didn't work. I don't know. No, it's okay. I wouldn't have known it wasn't working, and now I know when I walk away, I'm gonna forget about it because I always forget everything. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. No clue. Something happened. Something must have happened to set it off. Like to turn it off. I don't know what happened. Weird. I have no clue. Okay, as long as it didn't like charge you the money and nothing happened. I mean, I scared myself, so at least there's something that came out of it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Maybe it's like the server is down or something. Sometimes like different regions, the servers react differently. I don't know. I'll try Googling and seeing if maybe there's something that I'm missing that I need to turn on or something. I don't know. The old self scare. I'm so good at that. I'm so good at that. But yeah, back to the Minecraft thing. I have my first video recorded. I'm in the process of editing. I've got a channel set up already. I just need to do like the channel art and stuff to put on it. And then I'm hoping by the end of the week, I'll have my first Minecraft video up. I'm actually really excited to record more. I might even record later today to have spare footage. Boss fight? Is it boss fight? I think, or does the boss fight come after? I think it's boss fight now, right? After this, I gotta stop.
Clearance confirmed.
Testing.
Oh my god. I was waiting for the friggin' I was waiting for the boss to come through. Oh, Dr. H. Oh, I was waiting for the boss to come through. I thought the boss was gonna appear right then and there. Oh, because there's a bunch of noises happening in the game right now. I thought it was the boss. I thought it was the boss. Whew. See, now I wish that I had the heart rate monitor because that totally made my heart rate go up. Oh. Oh my god. Whew. If my neighbor's upstairs right now, she's probably wondering, like, did somebody just attack me? Oh, there it is. There it is. That's not as scary as what just happened. You missed out. You missed out, boss, because Dr. H totally outdid you there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ow, run. Run, dude. I have a really hard time of knowing when this guy's running and when he's just standing still. I've got nothing. I got nothing. We're done for, folks. Every time I go to run, he just starts walking, because I guess the run holds. I don't know. Oh, you got me good, though, Dr. H. You got me good. That was a really good scare. That was a really good scare. I wasn't expecting that. We're in a lot of trouble. I think I made a mistake in buying the suit instead of bullets at this point. Oh, no. Oh well, what can you do? What can you do? Oh man, okay, one last time. One last time. It was a very good decision. That was a very good decision. Oh. I don't get jump scares often anymore, so they do a lot more damage psychologically than they used to. I also have the setup now where my alerts are so loud in my ears, and they weren't before. When I first introduced the jump scares, I had my alerts set to a certain volume, but if I turned down my headphones, it turned down the alerts. And now I have it set up that I can turn down the gameplay and keep the alerts super loud while the alerts are still quiet with all of you. So it adds way more to it because now the jump scares are like insanely loud. So that, with them not happening often, has led to very, very scary moments. Here we go. Oh. Ouch.
Quarantine activated.
I don't even know how to look behind him. I've got no Like, if I do that, I can get behind them, but I don't have many of these. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good right there. Oh. Oh man, not good. Oh, I don't even have enough to, like, send a grenade his way. That's out. Not good. Not good. Okay. I gotta say, though, playing this on a big TV really makes a difference. It's so much nicer. Yes! Yes! Cool. I did it without running out of bullets. Nice. I'm guessing this has the same factor that Silent Hill does, that if you beat the game and you have no bullets, it'll allow the boss to die anyway. Maybe that's what it did. I don't think I did that good of a job for it to die that easily. And I'm playing on hard, so... Okay. Oh, man. Oh, man. Whew. Okay. We saved. We beat a boss. We made some progress. I talked a lot, but we made some progress. Yeah, so the plan for the rest of the week, folks. Tomorrow I have rehearsals. Let me look here. Because I haven't really decided yet what we're doing with the schedule. It's going to shift a little bit while I'm doing the rehearsal process. I don't want to be streaming and rehearsing because the stream is super short when I'm rehearsing. So I'm trying to, like, spread it out a little bit. I don't have it on here. Oh, it's on my tablet. But I am still going to continue streaming. The aim is to stream 5 days a week still. I just haven't gotten around to really solidifying because it's only about 4 weeks worth. Okay, where's my schedule on here? Okay, so we rehearse Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. So Monday for sure, a full-length stream. Saturday for sure, and Friday for sure, full-length streams. And there's 2 days where I got to go a bit short. So maybe I'll end up doing like a... Yeah, I'll just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be a shorter stream tomorrow, but I'll be back tomorrow. We are doing very similar to Snacks, playing horror games all October. I'm debating on whether I should play different games each day or just play through one until we beat it and then switch to the next one and play it till we beat it. I don't know how many games I'll get through because they take forever to beat a game. I think we'll just play Dead Space again tomorrow. Continue with that. I do want to get into... Or maybe I'll do The Exorcist. I have The Exorcist in VR, and we played through most of it when the PSVR 1 came out, but I was playing it before all the chapters were released, and we never beat the final chapter. The third chapter, we got stuck. The game glitched out and killed us, and I didn't want to start it again. And so we just never went back. And now I have all the chapters on my PC, so maybe I'll do Exorcist in VR, maybe. Oh, man. The Exorcist is very much to the style of Phasmophobia with like ghost story, supernatural type of environment. Each one takes you to a different place, and the jump scares, at least from when I experienced it for the last time, were out of this world because it's a lot of tension building and jump scare. Tension building and jump scare. You don't really fight. And I remember it being really dark and really, really scary. So I want to do that because I feel like that would be very engrossing for the fear. You and I should try Phasmophobia one night. You and I should play that. I'll do it in VR to make it even scarier for me. We should do that one time. But yeah, so maybe... I don't know if I'll do that tomorrow because I do need to set up the VR and make sure that it's running and get the chat working on screen and stuff. Maybe I'll prepare that for Friday. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like. But I definitely I definitely want to play more Dead Space. I'm really enjoying that. I played a little bit of Phasmophobia when it was new. They only had a couple of maps at the time, and it was fun, but I played like one time with somebody else, and then I played by myself. No, I only ever played by myself. I never played with anybody else. And it was fun, but it was kind of like, okay, it's okay. And then I watched other people playing it together, and that led to way more shenanigans, and I think it would be more fun with more people. I know my brother has it. I know Girl Thulu has it. It would be cool if we could get like 4 of us doing it and have like a whole mayhem thing going on. It scared me then. It will scare me now. Yeah, I found it creepy. I definitely found it creepy. I did think there were really scary moments. It was just, I didn't know what I was doing, and being by myself, I just kept running out. And so that like diminished the fear because I was just running outside and going to the safety of the van. And at the time, it was during the time that I was really not getting any viewership. So it was just like, it's not as fun being scared when nobody's watching me. And if nobody's watching me, but other people are there, at least it's fun because I'm goofing off with other people. I think that would be a fun night. And not necessarily for the Halloween thing. I think it would just be fun to do it one night as like a crazy one-off night. But yeah, you and I will continue to talk about what we're going to do. Like I said, I finished my first video. So again, for those who weren't here at the top of the stream, I have started a Minecraft channel. I'm going to be making Minecraft content. I'm not going to be a full-time Minecraft creator. I'm going to have a whole channel for Minecraft. It's just a side project that I'm doing. I really enjoy Minecraft, but it wasn't doing well on this channel. But I think it's because of the way this channel works. Like with my face cam, we do a lot of scary stuff, a lot more adult oriented. Minecraft doesn't really work. So I'm making a whole channel for Minecraft content. It's going to be offline content. Maybe once in a while, I will do some live stuff. Depending on how well that channel goes, it may have to be on this channel just because I can't go live on YouTube on my Minecraft channel. But we'll see. For now, it's going to be offline YouTube content. I will show it one more time just so anybody who wasn't here at the very top can kind of see where it's going. Wrong camera. Yeah, I can kind of see where it's going, and you can kind of get your excitement up a little bit for where my Minecraft channel is going to be. This is just the introduction for the video that I'm going to be working on and releasing in the near future, hopefully. And hopefully you'll all be kind of interested in watching. Sorry, I'm going to cover my face a bit just so TikTok can see it too. And yeah, I hope this is something that goes somewhere. If not, I really like Minecraft and I want to do Minecraft content just for the sake of it. And I feel like people not enjoying it won't bother me because I will be doing something I like, and it won't be bogging down the channel because it's on its own thing. So if it's failing over there, it's not going to affect the rest of the channel. So here's the early introduction to my first Minecraft video, and it'll give you an idea of what the vibe is going to be like. Hello, everybody. This is Retro Rift, and we are doing our very first Minecraft video ever, and I decided to not go basic. I'm actually going to be doing a one-chunk world, where what's going to happen is this world, which, oh, you can look at my pants. You don't want to do that. This world where we are stuck and can't exit is only one chunk big, but every episode I will expand the world and we will have access to a little bit more. The big problem being right now, we don't have water. We got nothing to drink. There's no food. We got nothing to eat. But there's a tree. There's a single tree. Let's see what happens. All right, let's go. So that is, oh, don't replay. Stop. Stop. Why are you on loop? Don't loop. Don't loop. There we go. So there we go. That is going to be my first Minecraft video. I have it recorded already. I just need to edit it. And then we're going to see where it goes. You know, I think it's going to be the one that I used for the Minecraft video. That's one of the discs from Minecraft. I'm kind of debating on whether using their music is a good idea. I'm going to write my own song, my own little like intro song while I'm describing what's happening, and the same song will play at the end when I'm saying the outro of like, this is what we did today and this is what we're going to do next time. And I need to make one for my time lapses, so something that'll kind of play while I'm doing a time lapse and I'm talking over it. I need to write 2 songs, basically 2 really basic songs. I just don't want it to be super lo-fi. I want it to feel a little bit exciting while it's happening, or a little bit goofy or whatever, to kind of suit the mood that I'm trying to set. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff that's going to happen, obviously, with limitations like living within a chunk that grows by one chunk every video. I got really lucky in the first one, but the footage is all recorded for the first episode. There were some glitches in my capture card, so I'm really hopeful that it's not all the footage and just part of the footage and I can cut it out. If it is all the footage, I'm going to be really upset. I'm going to start again. But yeah, I should be able to edit it over the next little while. I'm hoping in the next week or so I will have it up and ready to go. I'm going to send the full episode to a few people so they can give me some feedback. Just to see if maybe it's not working editing style wise, or maybe like the volume is kind of weird, because I have some hearing issues, so it's hard for me to kind of dictate what volumes work really well. And so I just got to work out those things a little bit, but I'm very excited. I'm not going to put any on Dr. H. I'm going to leave it vanilla looking. I might put on Optified just so I can see a little bit brighter colors and stuff, just to get a bit more of a less variance between dark and bright areas, because I didn't realize how important it would be. But I've been watching Grian, and Grian didn't have it on for his first season with Hermitcraft, and when you watch him going into caves, it's really dark, and even bright areas feel kind of dark. I was even like turning my tablet brightness all the way up and it still felt dark. And then he did an episode where he's like, I added Optifine, and all of a sudden it looked way brighter. So I'm probably going to add that, but outside of that, I'm not going to do much more. I want to keep it pretty vanilla. One, because there are going to be, what are they called? I just said the word. Time lapses. And to get my time lapse, I have to use both computers, and I'm going to have to record on both computers. And so running OBS recording at a high enough bit rate that it looks good at 1080p while running the game, the more filters I add, the harder it's going to struggle to get that all to run smoothly. I am using a dual PC setup for the recording, just so that way it's as least stress on the computer as possible. But time lapse is the only way I can do it, is by playing the game and observing myself and record it. So I'm very hesitant to add anything else, but Optifine, yeah, definitely something that I want to put on. I think that one also has the zoom effect, so you can like zoom into things a little bit. So there are some things I'm gonna add, but I'm not gonna tweak it too much. I want to keep it pretty bare bones. Maybe eventually I will add more, but for the time being, I want to kind of keep it the way it is. And for the start, I'm definitely going to be doing single player stuff. Then I'm going to look into seeing, like, either I'll invite somebody into this world to help me and we'll go on some adventure. Obviously with the border, it's kind of tough because there's not much we can explore. Or I'll start, like, I'll do something with somebody once I finish this series and start a new one. Or I'll have another series on the go, kind of Hermitcraft style, where there's like a persistent realm going, or server or whatever, and these people are involved in that realm doing their own thing, and I'm doing my own thing, and then eventually we go off on adventures. I don't know. The world is kind of open right now. I haven't fully decided. I would like it to be other creators, so there's some kind of stability in knowing they are also progressing, because if it's something that they are playing it on their free time and it's just somebody who just watches, they could like advance an insane amount and they may not respect certain boundaries, and I don't want to deal with that kind of issue. Whereas if it's a content creator, I know that they're also going to be limited how often they can play, but they're also going to respect boundaries, because obviously it is for content, right? So like if they mess with me, I know that they're going to be willing to help fix it, and they're not going to just like steal my stuff, that there's going to be respect mutually, because we are on like a content creator platform. Plus I know content creators are also just respectful in general of the content, so they won't be, you know, coming on chat and swearing and doing all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, the zoom is going to be a huge feature. Huge feature. And that's it. It ruins it for everybody, Dr. H. And kids especially do not understand that there's a time to troll and there's a time to not troll, and they don't understand that not everybody likes trolling. And so like obviously there's a difference. Like let's say you, me, and Snacks are all on a server together, and then I go in, like I steal something from Snacks, but the goal is to steal it from Snacks so Snacks notices and he has to go find it. Like that would be fine, because that's part of like I'm egging him on for content. But like if we're playing with a kid, they might go in and steal Snacks diamonds and then make armor for it just for the sake of doing it. And it's just kind of like, that wasn't fun. You just took his diamonds for no reason. Right? Or like if I lose all my stuff and then I go and steal it from Snacks to make my diamond armor, obviously Snacks knows I'm going to give him his diamonds back. I'm doing it to like add drama to the video. So like there's that respect amongst content creators. Whereas like if you have an open world with a bunch of just random people, if I'm going to be making videos on it, it's really hard to trust that it's going to go smoothly. Whereas if it's just an open realm just for people to play when they're relaxing, that's different. But for video content, I want it to be much more organized just to make it easier. And especially if other creators are going to make Minecraft content, then we all know that we all have the same stakes put into it. And that would make it fun, you know? I can do drama. Exactly. I'm always poor. Me too. I'm really good at getting emeralds. That's my big thing. I love the whole farmer, the whole villager thing. I love making villager farms. But yeah, so that's kind of where I am right now. I want to get a couple of videos out to kind of establish a little bit of what the channel is. I'm going to make a sizzle reel for TikTok and my regular YouTube and Twitch channels. I may release that same episode on Twitch and YouTube, TikTok and YouTube, depending on how long it is. If it's longer than 10 minutes, then maybe I'll make like a shortened 5-minute video to put on TikTok, and I'll post the whole thing on YouTube and have it linked to the main page and kind of add an extra voiceover of being like, this is on my second page. If you like what you're watching, please go over there. Because a lot of my original followers on YouTube were people that liked Mario Maker, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like Minecraft would kind of fit up their alley. Whereas like on Twitch and stuff, I've been doing a lot of like violent games, not necessarily something people want to watch. So yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. I think there's going to be some really good possibilities. We can get into shenanigans with other creators, and you know, especially if it's something long term with other creators. Like I was watching Grian, and nobody could quit, kind of like the Sword Art Online. Oh, really? Yeah, and that's it, right? It's the, if you're trying to actually do something for content specifically, other content creators will be like, oh, okay, let's not mess with him right now because he's, you know, doing a time lapse of building a house. We don't want to come and mess with him. Or he's doing his intro right now. Let's not. Dr. H, would you prefer I refer to you as her? And if so, please forgive me because I'm probably going to say him a lot just out of habit from how long I've known you. But yeah, it's like you're saying, I'm trying to work on this. Please stop. And they just take it as like, he's getting upset. Let's keep going. And you're just like, no, I'm actually trying to do something. I'm not upset because you're messing with me. I'm upset because I'm actually trying to achieve something. Okay. Just because I'm in the habit, and when I see your name, I picture the picture you had. And so it's going to take me a bit to get used to it, but I'll do my best. I promise. A little shriveled into the left, it's blocks. I had to. I haven't said that in forever. I'm doing well. I'm just getting ready to leave. I got to eat something, and then I'm meeting Nora for a FaceTime Minecraft date, actually. But yeah, I know your sexy long hair. I'm so jealous of it. But yeah, so you don't want people messing with you like that, right? It's different when they're messing with you for certain things, but at the same time, like, there's also a level of respect of like, there is parts that are just content that I need to work on my own. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Grian. Like, I love Grian's content, and I kind of wanted to go along the same lines as Mumbo Jumbo, Grian, Scar, like that kind of content. Hence why I even don't want to put too many filters on, because I like how they look vanilla most of the time. So I like that Grian did a hardcore series where he was going to play hardcore for 100 hours, and he was going to invite his friends to come in, and 2 of his friends, now he says they did it on their own. I have a feeling as content creators, they kind of planned it, but Scar and I can't remember who the other guy was, joined him on the hardcore world. And so they were messing with each other, but they also had the respect of like, this is a hardcore world. We're not going to kill each other, because that's part of our videos, is doing this. And the fun was them just doing this series separately, but at the same time together. You know what I mean? They were still working together for the content while still doing their own thing. And so like, it becomes interesting to see that, because they have those moments where they go off on adventures together and can have a whole episode where they are together, and then they can do a whole episode where they don't interact at all. Right? I like that. Grian. So Grian. Think of grain, but switch the I and A. That's an ongoing joke with him. He even had one season where he had like a piece of bread with his face on it as his logo. So Grian. He's great. He's a little bit of a troublemaker, which I love. When I first saw him, it was through Mumbo Jumbo. I found Mumbo Jumbo first, and through Mumbo Jumbo I was watching, and Grian would mess with Mumbo Jumbo, but I didn't know anything about Grian, and I was like, oh man, I feel like Grian would be really annoying. Like he messes with Mumbo Jumbo all the time. Then I started watching Grian. I was like, no, he is so likable, and him messing with people is in the nicest way possible. And it's so enjoyable because he's not doing it to be a jerk. He's doing it to just bug them. Some of the stuff I'm like, okay, that would be so annoying. But a lot of it is just like, no, it's so likable. Like he is so likable. And I really, really like him. Grian is great, and him and Scar have a really great friendship, and Grian has really made me love Scar. Fun times with Scar, good times with Scar, whatever it is, really, really makes me like his content even more, because Grian messes with Scar a lot, and Scar is so goofy. It's great. It's great. Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo, I think it's good times with Scar and Grian. They're my three favorites, and all three of them interact on a regular basis. As the seasons progress, they do it more and more often, but they're so good. They're so fun, and they're the kind of stream or video that you could just throw on in the background and just kind of listen to. You don't necessarily have to watch, but they're great. I really like them, and that's kind of the direction I'm kind of trying to head with my content. Yeah, I really like them. So I'm really looking forward to the future. I think there's going to be a lot of really fun stuff coming out. I think there's going to be some interesting content on my main stuff, and there's going to be some interesting experiments on the Minecraft one. Like I said, I don't want to be a full-time Minecraft creator. I'm just doing this on this channel because it doesn't fit on the channel that I'm in now. And who knows, eventually I might turn into other survival games and kind of just play the same style, but in a different survival game, and just kind of see where it goes. It may just turn into an overall survival channel. It may stick with Minecraft. I don't know. We'll see. You put on Forge Labs to fall asleep. Yeah, so I think there's going to be some interesting things happening. I'm very, very excited. But that's pretty much all the news. So I will be back tomorrow. We will continue with our stream. We will probably continue with Dead Space tomorrow. You know, it's October. We got to get scary stuff going. I should probably work on some like Halloween themed overlays to put on the channel. Yeah, I still got to work on the video for this. I got to do that soon too. But yeah, I'm really excited. All right, everybody, have yourselves a great evening. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the raid snacks. Thank you everybody else for chatting with me. And yeah, I hope there's some interesting stuff that's happening that people will really enjoy. Anyways, I gotta get myself out of here. Thank you so much for all the love and the support, and I will see you all soon. Oh, I don't have the goodbye screen on here. That's why. I will see you all soon. Have yourselves, where's OBS? Oh, it's down here. I'm the idiot. I will see you all soon. Have yourselves a really great day. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.